Oh, shoot.
This is a Red Code exclusive.
Oh,
What you got there?
you got that tar. You got
got
that hair on.
That police.
It's like, whoa.
That eagle.
Gray.
That brown. That pretty brown. Driving me wild.
Oh. I think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go with that jump off right now. Come out. I'm trying to see what that like.
Yeah, I ain't never tried that one.
Yeah, me neither. Expert ratings, you know what I'm saying? It's only like 50, 60 bucks, you know what I'm saying? I think it was like between a 93 to a 95.
What's the? I was just stand up.
That was the
Do
rating.
they make any apple juices that's like more than a 80 proof? 80 proof
I don't think so. That'll be some strong ass.
apple juice.
Oh. I like the bottle shape.
Yeah, I just noticed a little flower thing at the bottom earlier.
That's a reposado.
They got some 90 proof. I ain't never seen this shit though.
Me neither. That shit look clean as hell.
That shit
Slim bottle.
$2.49 a bottle though.
Mm.
Shit called Tears of Lorona. But it's
I don't know if I like
$2.49 for the 1 liter.
Tears of what? That sounds
$2.49.
Is that like a genocide thing?
So that hoe.
You got the
That's the Neho?
extra anejo.
Oh,
You got
shit.
you got Dulce Vida Blanco. And then you got a 5-year age extra anejo for 180 for the Dolce Vida. 100 proof.
I don't know. That Soledad, that's 8 years, and that bitch 139.
You got El Luchador. That's 55%. So that's what 110 proof. You got a Del Corazon Añejo Sazerac and a Pueblo Viejo. 104 proof. What the fuck that mean? You got Fuerte Sesca. And it ranges from $84 to $900 a bottle. You got Don Fulano Fuerte. You got Rocca Patron. I didn't know Patron had 45%. I didn't know that. You got Tapatio Blanco 110. That's only $60. And you got Ocho Añejo Single Barrel Cash Strength Añejo. That's only 65. So they got some in the range. Then you got the Cheers of LeBron. It's $2.50, and they got that next to some T1 tequila. I ain't never seen some of these. Most
Yeah,
of these.
me neither.
I ain't never seen most of these. Let's see. I ain't never seen most of them bitches. Oh, fuck. Right there.
That white bottle clean too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Is that the T1?
Yeah, the T1 clean.
That hoe look like that Branson bottle. That 50 cent shit.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You had that on here, yeah? Was it the red or the black one?
Both of them.
Let me take that
I think I like the red one better. Or was it the black one?
The brand, I like the black one. I think it was the black one. I think it was the black one. The Branson, but all of them Branson, I ain't gonna lie, like, you know how rappers be like, oh yeah, check out my shit. This shit actually fire. Like, some of that shit it just be like, you know that shit just you know, like, some type of status symbol or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, that bitch actually fire.
I don't think I had that Drake shit on here. I think I just had that.
What is the Drake shit? The one that want to look like a bottle of cologne?
Yeah.
I ain't never had it, I don't think. No, I did taste it, I think.
Yeah, you did. We had it in Austin.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's not bad. I can do that. The reposado tastes like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then the añejo is going to be fucking fire.
I'm gonna have to look into that.
Hell yeah. What you doing over there?
Margarita.
What? You getting rim?
I'll take a rim job.
Come and get your rim job.
Passionate about it.
That was the funniest part of the, or one of the funniest parts.
So we got this month, which is the Ocean Box, a good old Hemper.
Do we got a new one?
You know it.
From the...
We down under the sea. You know what I'm talking about? Sure, we're going to go ahead and start off with these. Filter tips. You already know, got to stay with the filter tips. You know what I'm saying, when it comes down to the smoking. We got the plugs and caps. You probably might like the plugs.
Oh, that was crazy.
It's not funny. You bitch.
You got the orange lighter, of course. What you got? You got your king size pre-rolled cigarette papers. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And got...
Strictly for smoking with cigarettes.
You already know. Twisted hemp. Made from hemp cones. Hemp cones. 2 of them. You know what I'm talking about? Dose.
The Hemper pack is bad.
Of course, you got the Hemper quick hitters. You know what I'm talking about? On the go, you got to get right.
Boom, pie, tie out.
Oh, and then you got the glass one hitter.
Whoa. Oh, it's not that.
Could you please show it to the other camera too? Let them get a nice look at that.
Let me see your cup.
That motherfucker look nice.
They said we heard you, Dubz.
Of course, with the sticker.
You got the,
From the disposable jump offs, right?
yeah. You know they be watching our shit anyway.
And then of course, smell proof bags. You already know. Smell proof bags. Smell proof. Smell proof. Oh, they throwing a little curve in in this one. They got the Juicy J Vanilla Ice papers.
Juicy J.
Not the Juicy J.
Oh,
but you know what
okay.
I'm talking
I thought
about.
you
You
was
see
gonna
the
say what
play on
Juicy
words
J
there,
did.
right
Yeah,
there.
I
You know what I'm
see
talking about. Let's see, and of course, you gotta have your hemp wick. You know what I'm talking about? But you already know what we're here for.
Man, the moment of
Yo,
truth.
Chad, let me see your cup, Rick.
Gracias. Whoa, hold on, margarita? What? Blue Hurricane?
No, just a blue margarita.
Oh, okay, right on. I see you with the fucking clear waters.
What I have, you gotta get right, you know. Boy, stay out the way. Ain't nobody safe.
Oh, we down under the sea, y'all.
Hold up, what this here? Oh, is that the, that look like the crab?
That's a
Oh,
fish.
Under the bill. Oh no, that bill remind me of the bill or the Beauty of the Beast. After all this
I'll just take some from there.
I like the fact that they got like cool shit, even if it ain't like themed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, cause like if you look at that, like I like when I spent it on the camera, you can see that shit. Like that shit is lit.
Rest this out.
You tried this one yet, Chad?
Nope. Ooh, I like the mouthpiece already.
Oh yeah. Remember, nigga thought you supposed to suck the other one. I wonder if she know we can see her.
You can just walk by.
That hoe clean too though. Shit no. Shit show.
There's 10 bags in this motherfucker too.
10 bags, though. They go crazy. Sure.
You want to split it? You get 5, you get 5.
This nigga said, I'm tired of keeping all this shit. This nigga said, I'm tired of keeping all this shit. You know what to do with this shit. These nigga keep too laced. Oh, I see you using your shit too. Nigga go fuck around again.
Oh yeah. Yesterday I was like, man, I might as well break this hoe out. Like,
Yeah.
I had went to like a little get together and shit. I was
Yeah.
like, let me go ahead and just throw my joints in here real quick.
Right.
Cause I didn't know where it was at. And then like I looked under my desk
Found out.
and I found that hoe. Yes, sir.
Go. Let's see what we do.
Oh, this is even better too. You sure you don't want to keep none of these show chats?
I know what you're talking about.
These are they're pretty convenient. These ain't the other ones. Remember the other ones?
Yeah, the bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These is the
Yeah, the first one.
yeah. Like this is the
You going out of town?
yeah. Or no shit. You going to the club?
Well, that too.
Just slide one of these in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You
Slide
put
one.
the roll
You know,
in
get
there.
you a quick 4-piece or 8 or something. You know, nothing too crazy.
No, but if you have your glass one hitter, you can definitely put it in there.
Yeah, for sure. And you can put that in there. Yeah, or your other. Yeah, you thinking.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you thinking for sure.
Bitches down like cards. Full house, nigga. He looked at it and was just like, yeah, I got so many plans for you.
They heard what I said about the one hitters.
Shit, I don't know. Repeat it.
He was saying that because you had made the comment about the disposable ones. Remember when the crackables?
Oh
Yeah.
So we had got those in this bag or in this box also, but they also came with the glass one hitter. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same concept, just glass. You know what I'm saying? And it's green with the Hemper logo on it. That bitch for me is so far my top one. I strong hit.
Strong hit.
I like the mouthpiece too.
Yeah. It make it a little bit more convenient, you know what I'm saying, than the other shapes. For sure.
Well, I was saying when it draws, because it's like it's narrow.
Yeah.
So when you hit it, it's like when I hit it for the first time, I was kind of taken by it because you got that with that string compared to like it being like open. If that was like the entire open, it would, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just kind of just one good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This one seems like it's like a steady string going, which kind of threw me off.
Nah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got
That's
you.
how different from the other ones, because, you know, the other ones, they was kind of like circle shaped. Like in the
Yeah, that's
back,
what I'm
like,
saying.
right there. So this one is just like straight up. Like,
Yeah, because it goes down through the fish mouth.
What is this?
blue margarita.
That's what I'm saying. That bitch fire. That bitch fire. As I took a sip and I was like,
Bring that whole back.
right. A hard ocean water.
That's sprinkle me, man. You feel me?
Yeah. Because I was like, what is that?
Sprinkle me, man.
And yeah. That's, yeah. Right on that one.
Little ocean water for you, you know, for your part.
Yeah.
With
I
the
think-
ocean box.
Ooh.
You know, it just.
I was thinking
lines
about
up.
making a drink called the Blue Lagoon, but I had bought vodka last time, so I did, you know, Gotta alternate the flavors.
Let me get you hit that bitch.
That sound fucking real suspicious.
Hey man, I like to watch.
Me too.
I like
but
to watch.
Let me get the napkins.
And he like, Let me get that. And I need y'all to, you know what I'm saying? Is that a hemp lighter? That one to use? What's a hemp lighter joint?
No battery.
Hemp lighter with the be on piece. You see my dog, he fresh. You see how he coming with the drip on him, you know. Yeah. Hemper and coke for all your needs, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get a Hemper coke. You see it, you know what it is. Hemper coke. You see it.
I know y'all ain't got Peter.
Go ahead and get that one, boy.
Oh. Y'all don't have pieces like
Hit
that.
the Rick Ross.
Oh. We all got pieces that y'all use, like, you know, at home, or if y'all ever decide to, let me know. I have these. Because I think this is the second set of this.
I ain't never used this. I don't even
Me
know
either.
what it's good for.
I mean, I didn't use the other one because I forgot that I had them
Yeah, I don't know what they're good for though. I'm saying, what
for
you
the piece for your pipes.
just covering it? Or
Yeah, cover a plug.
what you mean? So like I can make it like
So, for example, when they go ahead and they give you your fucking cleaning solution within your box, you can take that cleaning solution, put it into your piece, right? Into your Hemper water pipe, right? You can place that cleaning solution inside, put a plug on the top,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, and shake. Compared to like what I'm used to is putting your finger over the fucking hole, finger over the hole, got your alcohol, and you shake.
I got you.
You know, you can
got
get more.
And I also think it'd be a good jump for if you was talking about, you know, dousing that hole. When you're done, you might. And I just, it just came to me like a song I wrote. You know what I'm saying? Tie the bitch over some pillowcase and rope. Try to dig it. You know what I'm saying? But when you get done and you kept that thing, you know.
Yeah, right.
Suffocate that oxygen.
Right.
You don't mess up your.
Correct.
You don't gotta mash it. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You don't gotta.
Yep. Right, 100%. That's
You're
why
done.
cap and plug.
You're done. You see what I'm saying? You're done. You're done.
I can't even argue that.
Right, and it's done, and it's over, and it's still there. So when you come back to it, it's still fresh. Like you sprinkle me, man. You ain't mix it up with the. You know what I mean? You know how we do it. You know.
Oh, I see him with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear you with that one. I
Yeah,
see
you know what I
him.
mean? You know what I mean?
He's
You know what I'm
definitely. Shout out to the Bay. I have family out there that I do not know. Like I know of them, but I never
Nigga,
met them.
what the fuck? Well, while they looking you up, that's what they looking at me for.
Oh, why are they?
We live.
Damn. It's like the Truman Show.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
like,
I thought we were just
like,
doing
like,
what
is
we
it
normally
a
do.
Saturday or what? You know what I'm saying? 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 for Rick motherfucking Cole.
Man, this your boy Dubz 817 in this bitch.
You already know. It's the Chad.
And we are the Podcast, episode 78. We back on you bitches. We back for the motherfucking cook crack. You know what it is. And we came to do it like we did. So you know that we gonna do it again. We in here. What's new? What's some news I can use?
Man.
It's a lot, huh?
Might as well start with the big one, man.
Hey, man, it's a lot, huh, bruh?
Might as well start with the big one.
Bruh. You know, I wanted to talk about this for a multitude of reasons, you know what I'm saying? Just want to let y'all know You know what I'm saying? I don't think now I ain't talked to none of these niggas about what I'm finna say. So I ain't got no approval on this shit. And I know it's still good. Cause that's my niggas. Poor Podcast is an avid supporter of women's rights and women's ability to be able to do what they want in the same way that a man does what they want. The Pull Up Podcast, all three of these niggas, me, Chef Chad, Dubz, are avid supporters of women's rights and their ability to be able to choose what they want going on.
100%.
So we gonna get into this shit because we just want to inform the people that don't know, and we want to, you know what I'm saying, educate the people on what they can do, what they can't do, what's really going on, what's really good, and what you know what I'm saying, what's really popping.
I woke up and saw that, and I was just like, for real? Like,
man, I wish I could have got
like
my.
these
I
motherfuckers
should have got
was
my girl
like,
Paris for this episode.
they were like, yeah, we're gonna do this.
I wish I would have thought about it before that. Right now, I'd have called her and told her to come up. It's just been a perfect one to get a woman on. You know what I mean?
That's what I thought
Yeah.
originally when you said what you said.
And I would.
That's what I thought.
And
I
I
was like,
wouldn't
when you text, I was like,
I mean, if she would have stayed, she could have jumped on.
Yeah.
no, but that was that was my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, this is like perfect timing. Like,
She might could.
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Because
she got to.
I mean, of course she got to, but I'm
Right,
saying like in the
right.
time, in the near, I don't know.
I mean, I didn't ask her where she was going. So,
I know, nigga. I know y'all autonomous. No, he really lived his life. You know what I'm saying? He really, you know, support his woman. You know what I'm saying? So that nigga don't even know where she went. She just said, "I'll be back." Nigga said, "All right."
well, like I said, that's what I thought. So
that's for you
in that
handcuffing bitch
situation,
ass
there's
niggas.
definitely gonna be.
You know what I'm saying? If you be
Because,
you, the bitch gonna come
like-
back anyway. You did. My fault. I wasn't supposed to. I forgot. My fault. We on support level. All
I
right.
was about to say,
My
he
fault.
took it to somewhere else. Now he acting like us.
Yeah.
nigga, you ADD niggas, I need to keep you on task, nigga. This is like 10 minutes in. It's like, okay. Yeah, but not even. Not even. No,
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I'm.
Boom. Right. Because done did. You know what I'm saying? But I was just
Some crazy shit, man.
yeah. I listened to 3 women yesterday have a conversation about this. And I was sitting on the couch and I was just like, I mean, in the sense of like, there's no point in me chiming in. I just wanted to listen. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, as a man, I don't know what to say in that sense of like, I agree 100%, but it's like, I feel you without it having no control over the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel you because it's just like, how dare somebody tell you what you can do with your body like that? Like this is not law. Like this is not you're a human being. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not
This is not theft. This is not you making a ruling like to protect someone from harm. This is literally you telling people like how you gonna live. Like this ain't hey, this a murder and we decide hey, it's wrong to take a nigga life. Right? It's wrong to keep a nigga, you know. Hey, this ain't that. Let's keep it a bean, you know.
But it's just like, wow, like I said, I woke up and I was just like, the fuck? Like, this really? Because leading up to it, I honestly, I was thinking, I'm like, this is one of those things where it's just gonna, you know, get the attention, you know, and then it'll just kind of because
It's one of them bills that's catch the headlines and then it's gonna be out the way.
Right.
Nope.
right.
Nope.
I was like,
Yeah, no, that's what I was telling people because everybody was telling me yesterday. They were like, "Man, you know this shit just the bitches just gonna get mad and then they gonna just let this shit pass." Nah, bro, I don't think bitches gonna really forget that they can't get an abortion or they go to prison, nigga. I don't think that they gonna just be like, you know what? Damn, that shit was fucked up. And then the next day it's like, all right, who giving out the dick? No, bitch, because now, nigga, your whole life finna change, bro. Like, this shit is not what the fuck it do for a multitude of reasons, bro. You gotta realize, bro, there were people in, I seen this shit on the John, man. It was people in Little Rock, Arkansas, my boy, that, when they, as soon as they got the law news, they canceled everything that day. Like, Texas got a rolling 30-day period on it. So, in July, around this time, this shit gonna be illegal. So, in Texas, even, it's gonna be illegal for you to even do it. And we talking about the penalty they say they giving the doctors is a life sentence, my boy. Life sentence and $100,000 fine. So, they making sure a nigga don't even got an incentive to want to give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, y'all pro-life, but you'll take a nigga life away. You'll take a nigga out of his family. You know what I'm saying? Because he aborted a fetus. Like, they got no circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you know, I'm just going to, go down the list of this shit. But like I say, Arkansas, bro, they literally cancel all them hoes the same day. No, so like literally, I'm saying like yesterday, you was, you know what I'm saying, scheduled for an abortion, my boy, and now you are fucking having a baby. Like, talk about not playing. You talk about not like you're fucking having a baby now. Like, you're fucking having a kid, bro. This shit is wicked, man. Like, when I say it's wicked, Chef Chad, I mean that shit is despicable, bro. Like,
I don't know.
Like what can you really say to a motherfucker that, you know, is going through this? Like, women going through this, bro. I just sit back and I just watch. Only niggas I'm talking to is niggas, cause there ain't nothing to it. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? No, cause that shit real. Like, somebody just said I look so sad about it. No, I'm dead ass because, bro, I got sisters. You know what I'm saying? I got nieces, right? I got roughly 15 nieces. Like, I'm a great uncle. Right. Like, you get me? Like, this shit is not for play. This ain't no, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's objective. It's all up to what you think about, you know what I'm saying? Like, the law, like, you know how they got some laws where it's like, I guess it just depends on where you stand on the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? Like, they got law, you know, it's laws, you know, you keep the sagging law, right? Some people is like, and some niggas like, hey, you shouldn't be sagging anyway.
And they had the sign in the window for it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, like, I'm not a nigga that sag. I respect niggas that do, but I don't be having my ass out. Like, it just feel weird to me. Like, you dig me though? Like, I don't think I ever seen you niggas like really sad like that. And of course, a nigga get drunk and like, you know, your pants might not be
falling down is different.
But I'm saying, bro, I done seen nigga, bro, where they be having this shit, bro. Literally, they shit right here on they fucking thigh, the belt. They got the belt tightened up. Yeah, like your whole ass out, boy. Like your whole entire asshole out, boy. Like,
they be the niggas that be wearing the medium shirts and shit.
You know what I'm saying? They be like, bro, your whole, right? They be like, dog, nigga moving around. It's like, bro, you really got your whole ass out. Like, that's one of them laws, right? Like, it's like, okay, however you think about it, however you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? But this shit right here, this is a violation, bro. This is, in my opinion, the first step before they start really getting into this shit. And that bitch ass, Uncle Ruckus ass, weak ass, punk ass, motherfucker, Clarence Thomas already done told you what he about to get into. He literally already told you what he about to get into. If y'all don't know who Clarence Thomas is, he one of the Supreme Court justices. He is a black man. I would go so far as to say though, white people, you know, he acts like the type of black dude that white people like to see until they realize that this dude is actually whiter than them.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Like he really believed like your founding fathers, because he took it a step farther, like a step pop. You understand what I'm saying? What I mean? He just suggested right after they overturned Roe v. Wade, he suggested them looking into the rulings on contraceptives being legal, condoms for the niggas that don't know what contraceptives and shit mean, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta talk on both levels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
got,
I mean,
you know
shit,
what
it's
I'm saying?
condoms, it's the little
Yeah,
fucking
it's the
Diaphragms, the
diaphragms.
IUDs,
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of shit that you can go
the
from. Yeah.
Plan Bs,
Yeah.
all of that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of that being legal.
I'm strapped in though. I'm still ready. I'm listening. I'm ready. This morning.
Same-sex marriage being legal. He want to look into it. The Griswold, what was the other one? The Griswold, I can't remember the other two names.
What?
Yeah, no, I
So you digging deep?
yeah, I'm digging. And the third one, and I buried the lead on it on purpose. The right to sex privacy.
Educate me on that one. I'm not familiar.
The right to sex privacy, meaning all of that hitting it from the back shit, all of that right there. No, he want to look into making it only back to the olden days where you only had sex for procreation, and you only have sex in missionary.
Wow.
None of that. Oh, I'm gonna smack my no. None of that. Report it, right? You know, you say, oh well, this shit crazy. Not really. It's in a couple of states already. I think it's one in Georgia, where you know it's illegal to have sex in any position other than missionary. A nigga had ate his bitch out, and she recorded it, took it to trial, got his ass. You dig a ding?
That's a grimy ass bitch. That's a grimy ass bitch.
Listen.
God damn.
This is a Supreme Court justice, my boy. So it's not like we just talking about
Right.
a nigga that's got an opinion.
Right. Yeah.
This is a nigga, he getting the right ears, parlay this shit. Before you know it, nigga, we gonna be back in the Roman Catholic days. Before you know it, nigga. Like,
fully dressed at all times, fucking solid colors,
is you
fucking.
digging me?
We got to do the podcast with wigs on.
You get Is you digging me? Is you digging me? Is you digging me? Like, this shit is
turning
coming,
into
bro.
like a serious dictatorship.
Bro, when I say this shit coming, bro,
Tyrant like a motherfucker.
I mean
like,
this shit coming like the motherfucking A train.
Yeah.
Where's the load of luck? I said fast way through Harlem is the A train, bitch. That bitch coming every hour on the hour. That's how that nigga coming, bro. Like I said, once they do that, who telling them what more they get into? You gotta realize the shit that's crazy about it. Supreme Court justices and shit, and niggas don't be knowing like certain situations and like what really be going on. Supreme Court justices are appointed for life. They aren't elected for the most part.
They gotta be die out.
Right. They appointed by presidential candidates, and they often outlive and outspan any of the presidential candidates that they got picked up. You know what I'm saying? It's a guy that's on the Supreme Court justice that was born in 1938. 1938. Now, keep in mind that guy right there, he voted against Roe v. Wade overruling. And he was born in 38.
I would believe that because of the Planned Parenthood movement, when they,
Right.
they were trying to control.
Well, he was elected by Clinton. I think it was in like 91. You get me?
But I'm saying
you know
the
what I'm
time
saying?
frame.
Like,
You gotta think about how they were raised. The fucking time frames. These motherfuckers be raised in a different time frame, and they be stuck in that and tradition, and they be saying, but
the thing is, bro, when you get to talking about it, you got to realize that we coming to the point where if it's something to be done, we gonna really have to unify on some shit. See, the one thing that I think is good about this situation, and I don't know feminist shit, cause y'all know I ain't no feminist for sure, is it's gonna make people unify. Like, see, when situations like this happen, that's when racism and shit go out the window. Cause this ain't you get me?
Right.
This ain't
Right. Because the race has no color, has no ethnicity.
These rulings have no
Right.
ethnicity, you know. Really, the only thing that might save you is socioeconomic status, but that's only until.
Right.
Because I was you know what I'm saying? I'm the type of nigga, I be critically thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to critically think. Like, I like to think in the critical. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm asking them, you know, because everybody like, oh, well, we'll just travel to the other states and get it done. Well, what if they start treating it like trafficking?
Right. And it's worse in that situation.
Yeah.
Because they already talking about getting shit for that setup, too. Because that just installs checkpoints.
What if they start treating this shit like trafficking? So you go over here to this other state, and as soon as you come back, then you commit the crime across state lines. Now the feds on you because you registered in this state. What if they change the word? Like, because I see everybody posting, you seen the shit with the Dick's Good Sporting Goods lady and all of that, and she was like, you know, and no, kudos, shout out to her, the CEO of Dick's Sporting Goods. She was saying, like, you know, they gonna allow $4,000 for any of their employees travel expenses and stuff to be able to handle that.
Right.
Well, sounds good, and I'm interested. But again, this is just we on the second day of the overturning of the ruling. So a lot of shit that
They gonna lock your ass
right.
up.
You see what I'm saying? A lot of the shit that we planning proactively, it sounds good. But a lot of these other places ain't even enacted the laws that they're gonna do. The governors haven't reacted to the power they now have.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. And so now you telling them, you're giving them the plans.
Right.
You give them the blueprints of what you're doing. So now we'll base off of what you're saying, and then we'll boom.
And
Checkmate.
counteract it. Y'all need to shut up. Whatever you planning is that's what I'm getting at. Whatever y'all planning, whatever it is that you want to do, just do it. Don't fucking tell nobody.
You're giving it away.
Don't speak on it. Don't. If you're gonna give somebody some ideas, make sure it's in person. You gotta start treating this shit like drugs right now. No back.
Underground Railroad
with this shit
No
because
bullshit.
like everybody talking like, oh well, we could just go out the country and get it, right? Yeah, that sound cool until TSA make you sign a document that certify that you're not going across state lines to participate in anything federally regulated.
You go through a fucking airport. What do you got? Unless you decide not to, which I have, I don't go through what? A body scanner. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that picks it up. I don't know if they can install some shit where they can look in that.
I don't know if it would pick it up.
I'm just saying.
But you gotta look at it like, okay, what's just stopping them from having like a little form when you're doing your check-in for your tickets and shit?
Right.
Just say, hey, I certify that I'm not going across state lines or international lines to participate in X, 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 and X. So if you certify that and then you go do it,
right.
When you come back, you get me? That's why everybody was talking about these period trackers and shit because, you know, they already getting the data and shit. And niggas be thinking, look, man, I think at this point, we got to stop calling conspiracy theories. We just got to start looking at niggas and listening to them. The most far-fetched shit you probably could think of, every day, the most far-fetched shit that you can think of coming reality.
You know it.
So when niggas said, I seen a lot of people talking, and it was like, oh, they just talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? About the period tracker apps and shit. Mm-hmm. Well, I work in finance. I used to work in car sales in this right. They got shit like Kali Koa and stuff like this. Demographic-wise, when people apply for loans, the reason why they ask you if you're black or not, the reason why they ask you were you making shit or not, is because they have to classify with the government and report this information on an SAR report to the government on like, hey, this is the percentage of people that were black that we applied for a loan, and here's how we regulated giving those people those loans. Here's why we denied them. Here's why we did whatever.
Okay.
What's stopping the period tracker app from becoming one of those? So when people start saying like delete it, and everybody was like, oh, y'all just getting paranoid now, and it's like, no, well, they tracking your period data. They know when you're supposed to have a period. The app maybe will start requiring you to check and make sure that you said that you had a period, right? Or when you're supposed to have a period, right? And then you have a period. You're supposed to have a period right now. So at this time right now, this week, on the 23rd, you're supposed to be on your period. But you're traveling to a place. Your state was illegal. And now we see you have a ticket to a place where abortion is legal. But during your period. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
You get me?
You going to
Now, like I said,
tracking?
it sound like conspiracy theory for sure. But you gotta realize that.
It's the setup.
Well, not only that, these niggas just made a rule that takes women back to the 1800s, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
To the 1800s, my boy. So when you saying, oh, this shit sound crazy, they just made a rule that basically puts us back in the early 1900s, boy. It's 2022.
Yo.
The rule just put us back in the, like, so when you start, like, oh, okay, well, yeah, well, who gives a fuck? Like, no, nobody gives a fuck. Why they doing it? You know why they doing it? Everybody keep asking me. I said, Rick, Dundada, why they even looking at abortion? I say you niggas don't be listening. I drop jewels. It's up to you to see the value. You see what I'm saying? I've been telling y'all for the longest of time. Population control. Population control. Population control. Population control. I've been telling you niggas. I drop gems every day. Hey, this shit right here I've been saying, bro, I want to Google my shit. I mean, I want to search my Twitter, man. I've been talking about this shit since 2011, my boy. My boy. Since 2011 on them. Mm-hmm. You can go back and search my name. I've been telling them, yo, hey, we not focused on the right shit. Hey, we not focused on the right shit. Hey, we not focused on the right shit. We not focused on the right shit. Like, hey, man, hey, bro, this ain't about racism. Everybody talking like, hey, black lives. No, this ain't about that. Hey, bro, hey, man, hey, say, man, they ain't doing that shit for that, man. This ain't got nothing to do with that, man. The reason why them niggas talking about that wall and Trump wanted to do that wall ain't got nothing to do with him not liking Mexicans. He don't give a fuck about Mexicans. Ain't what the fuck that's about. Everybody but it's the old banana in the tailpipe. The bait and switch. Yeah, we know it, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. Sleight of hand, right? You know what I'm saying? You looking back here, the hand back here, and it's a nigga slapping your ass right now. You know what I'm saying? So while you over here preaching and have marches on Trump's racism, he out here trying to build a wall that's going to seclude Hispanics from continuously blowing their population from now being 30% to 35% in the next fucking 5 years. Because they already been told in the next 20 that white people are going to be the minority.
Boy.
It is a statistically calculated thing. This is not opinion-based whatsoever. This is something that statisticians got together and did the math on based on a few factors. One of the most major factors involved in this shit is white women have a negative birth rate for every year since 1999. For the past 23 years, they have had a negative birth rate. There's not 1 year that the white women outbirthed black, Hispanic, Asian even, Latino, otherwise. None of it. As a matter of fact, I just had posted a report. You could go to my page and check it out. Where on Twitter, where the UK was actually studying into it, and come to find out, it was for the first time in history, all 50 states had a negative birth rate for white people. All 50 of them. So it's not even like, oh well, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's up and down, it scales. No. Like, it's been progressively getting worse, and now it's to the point where all of the white women are negative birth rating in every state. That's when what happened? That's when all this wild shit popped up, right? That's when what happened? That's when all this Roe v. Wade shit popped the fuck up. That's why the last 3 elects for Supreme Court were what? Caucasian.
I'm just gonna throw a little bit of that conspiracy of myself in there. I'm just saying COVID because that forced everybody to stay inside.
For sure.
Which caused what?
More pregnancy.
So let's try to get something started.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
and
But
see,
I definitely got mine out of it.
oh, you did have a COVID, baby.
but you know what I mean though. That just we'll see what
We'll
that
see-
happens.
we'll see
if
you-
we can
we'll
just
see-
get them inside. Let's get some of these people to stay home.
But
Let's see
see,
what that
y'all both are the antichrist to these niggas, because I just said
Right.
white women
Because-
gotta be,
right.
You got me.
Right.
You got me.
And that was one of the reasons when I was younger, when I found that out, the DNA thing and how black women hold that dominance of
You got me.
just everything.
You get me.
It was like instinctively like,
Oh, y'all picking up what I'm putting down.
okay, because no matter what you do, you're always gonna be a threat just by living, just by you being yourself, and you're a threat. So if you can put that out there, boom.
What you
You
4
know what I'm
kids?
saying?
What you 5 kids deep?
4.
4, right? What you 4, 3,
Two.
2. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So what we got? 6 right here. Birth rate already 2 to 1 on average. Y'all got 6 between 2 of y'all. God damn, we gotta shut these niggas down. Plus, you know what I'm saying? This is an old one right here. This will come from my daddy. Shout out to the Big B. You dig? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Big B.
Right.
So now niggas know where I get it from. You know what I'm saying? One thing he said that I've been thinking about for the past, I don't know how many years, man. How they be reporting all these stats, and then it's always statistic this and statistic that. And he was like, when I was growing up, black people was 12 to 15% of the population. And he said, you look up right now, black people what? 12 to 15% of the population. How in the fuck, when every one of your grandparents had 10 kids, it wasn't even like it was a thing. It was common.
Right,
10,
right.
13, 8, 9. This was absolutely normal. In the 60s, 70s, 80s, everybody will tell you, hey, yeah, I got 8 brothers and sisters.
And then maybe on some places have a whole nother family in a whole nother spot.
In a whole other spot.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
was absolutely normal.
Yeah. Like
How?
that's what happened.
Statistically speaking, if the stats are correct, how is that possible? How is it that the population hasn't grown by that much?
Because we're fudging numbers. We're altering certain things. We're not gonna report
He said he
things.
wouldn't,
We're not
right,
gonna...
he said he wouldn't be surprised if it was more black people in America than white people right now.
Right.
We just don't know. Of course,
Right.
you don't know. Because you never got in a room.
No.
We never all just in one state. Right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We never all just in one. So you don't know.
Yeah,
You
we
really
know it's a
don't
lot of niggas over here.
Right.
And that goes back to entertainment, how they portray, how they show, what they make popular. Right.
You really don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
You really don't know. We really just going by whatever the stats say.
Yeah.
And
I
how
had
can
seen
you
some
really...
shit one time where they was talking about the map, and they was like, you know what I'm saying, they make certain continents seem smaller
The whole map's
Yeah.
fucking bullshit. The
than
whole
what
thing.
they are.
That ain't
The
you
whole
know
thing.
what I'm saying?
Saying
That's not
just
a
to-
conspiracy. That's actually confirmed.
Right. But it started off just like this whole thing started off the same way. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at these certain countries, that they New Zealand and all these motherfuckers are a lot smaller, and it's like whoa.
Yep.
And then you look at Africa, and it's like 4, 5 times bigger than what they portray, and then all these other countries are, and it's like, oh, so y'all just been lying. So,
Oh, yeah.
so how can I even really believe anything that you really say?
You're-
And then when it comes to stats, and then you think about, you think about just like typical like mafia or just like things that they do, like Watergate, shit like that, right?
Right.
Or what they've done to the president, Kennedy, right? And you think about these things. What you don't think that scientists don't play a same factor? You think they don't get paid to say certain things, to portray certain things?
To say certain things.
I'm just saying.
A lot of times, like I said, it don't even gotta be them. They can report whatever they want, but you gotta report it to an entity that's dishing it back out. So, even if you report everything accurately, when we get the numbers, well, we've had this confirmed too, like how they say prison, they be putting people on there as white, and they be black as a motherfucker.
Yeah. Just
for to fudge the number.
Right.
We know that. But you got to, man, I'm not finna put this shit out here.
Right. Because I don't want you to know.
Black people ain't as broke as we think. Wait, I don't want to put this out here.
Right. I don't want you to know this
I don't want you to know.
Right.
Like, imagine how black people would start acting.
Exactly. Attitude would go out the fucking window.
If
you looking at them like you're fucking crazy.
We was the majority.
We are.
But imagine how we would start behaving if it started being said out loud that we are the majority. Mm-hmm. Fuck the marches. No, we finna put this shit together.
And that starts at just the littlest things. You could be the motherfucker that works at 7-Eleven, and I'm not speaking anything on negative, but I'm just saying, just a normal average person working at Waffle House, at the grocery store, whatever you do to make money, and just be like, you know what, fuck you.
Yep.
And it would just be a massive wave of just because everybody would just be like, oh my God.
Like,
how dare you speak up for yourself?
When you talk about buying black, when you talk about all of that, imagine a mindset switch if motherfuckers knew that we was the majority.
Right.
That was already proven once with slavery. No doubt. Because it was proven that it was more slaves than it was actually white people here.
Right.
They was using psychological tactics to make slaves feel the way they felt, so they didn't never. But it was actually, and that's why Kanye West ended up saying that dumbass shit he said, because he was saying,
mindset. Right.
He was saying like it was a choice, but it wasn't a choice. They had no knowledge that if you was to do a tally of the number of people, it was 6 million slaves, and it was like 1 million white people.
Right. On top of, then they're also breeding extra.
Right.
What they would, the cattle, what they would do over here, and then so once again, that you think about it, and it's like, well, if you're constantly breeding all these people for work, well, that would tell you that you have a large amount of workers. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on? Why do you believe them so much? But then, sorry, not to try to get too deep, but when you start looking into it, when you start looking into it though, right? Genetic wise, once you start producing, right? You can trauma can be produced through child, right? So whatever issues that you're going on dealing with that you either can't figure out or deal with might be due to X, Y, and Z, grandfather, grandmother down the road. You know what I'm saying? Why do you have a phobia of something? You don't know because of whatever. Maybe not just because it's just like it just something within you is just like, no. It's been proven though that trauma can be genetically passed down. So when you think about that, you think about slavery, and you think about what goes on, and it's like, okay, well, if you look back in your lineage, right, you're like, whoa, like this individual went through this, right, went through this, and that's just what's being shown on paper. You really don't know, you know what I'm saying? But that's just an example of, like you said, if black people really understood what their value was and what was really going on. Just why you think about all the great leaders that talk about being empowered and being great, and then what happens? We got to shut them up. Because why? We don't want you to know your value. We don't want you to know that you're from here. You originate from here, regardless of what you're saying. You say Africa, but that's maybe the number one spot where it started, but black people or dark-skinned melanated people have been around since day one. That's proven, just like you said, when it comes to the black woman. genetically, you cannot beat her. She can make any complexion, anything of anything. She is number one. If you don't respect that in a godlike form, then you've lost your fucking way in one sense, because that's been scientifically proven. Right. So then what could you tell me anymore when it comes to this woman? A black woman at that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
It's just like...
It's even deeper than that. You know?
Yeah?
It's deeper than that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you sit up there and you think about all of the black people that are in all of these different areas and stuff like that, you say, oh, the black woman, the holy grail, and yeah, but we producing black kids. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got 6 of them, 2 households. It's just 2 households, right? So in 2 households, you got 2 parents, right? You got 6 kids. You get me? We talking about 10 people, 2 households, right? And then how many homies you know got multiple kids? Right. How many homies you know, right? Right. Multiples. Right. This isn't a This isn't a singular deal.
Right.
Like, this is a multitude of things. Like, when we talk about buying power, when we talk about any of these things as it relates to life, they're letting us create the narrative in our heads, right? So even something like this Roe v. Wade, you know, and all of the people, I had to remind the black women, this ain't about y'all. This ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Yes, it affects y'all, but this ain't about y'all. This is about white women. The states where they are banning abortion, predominantly known as white states, predominantly, right? Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Texas, right? All those other states, like, no, we not fucking with it. Because those people, it's where the bulk of them is. Like, when I say the numbers is down.
Yeah, I got you. That makes sense.
The numbers are down. They just don't want to report it. Like, in all seriousness, it might not even be as many white people in Texas as you think. Right. You want to know why I say that? Why I say that? Why you say that? Doesn't agree. What you say? Look at the votes. Look at the past 3 elections.
Yeah, because they win the small country towns and shit. You know what I'm saying?
They was having...
kind of like driving through when we was going to Arkansas and shit.
They was having to go...
Like, that's where you really see...
Right. With 1,000 people.
400 and shit.
You get me? That's not... In those places, right?
That's a drip.
Right?
Yeah.
That's nothing.
And that's why what? Georgia, flip.
Oh, shit.
You get me? You get what I'm getting? They seeing it.
We gotta start fudging these numbers.
You seeing it? It might not even be what you think. Georgia, flip. Black people showed up. Say, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go out. Flip. Cause it ain't as many as you think.
Right.
It's a couple thousand in all these towns, and they got a bunch of small towns. But it's a couple million of y'all in every borough in New York. Chicago, predominantly black. One of the largest cities in the fucking nation.
Yeah.
Massive city.
Yeah.
13 million people, something like that. Predominantly black. They still whipping on you. They still putting you in that. It's still the same. It's still slap. This Roe v. Wade stuff, man. We got to get into it. It's time for us, the people, not just black people, although I'm talking to black people. We got to get into it. Because everything is everything, right? And the Supreme Court justice can change the rules on what they think is everything, right? So why we can't change the rules on what the Supreme Court justice can do?
Right.
We don't be thinking, right? They can change the rules as a Supreme Court justice, whenever they feel like, because, okay, boom, even though this was a rule and it's something that goes back to the 1800s, we decided we're going to go back to the olden days. All right? So why we can't go back to the olden days when we was establishing this shit? Say, hey, y'all can't serve that long. This whole Supreme Court justice serve for life shit? Nope. No thank you. We done with it. You get 2 terms like a president. You got to be elected.
We control this motherfucker.
Because it's supposed to be that way. Since we the people. That's what's supposed to make this country. That's what the whole point of the Constitution was.
Right.
Democracy, the Senate, the Republic, all of that. That was made for us to be able to have a situation that was different than what it was in England.
Right. That's why they supposedly came here.
That's why they came here. That's what I'm talking about, the banana in the tailpipe. That's why they came here. The reason why everything was set up the way it was set up was so that they never had to worry about dictatorships.
Right.
They never had to worry about monarchy.
Right.
They never had to worry about being under
Anything
the rule
under a one.
of anything that wasn't a majority decision.
Right.
70% of Americans agree that abortion should be a choice. 6 people told them, fuck off. 70% of 400 million.
Like, is this real? You know what I'm saying? Like, I giggle in the sense like, I can't believe that these individuals just be like, okay, well, this is what we're gonna do. Like you said, like we're just gonna say fuck everybody. Our decision makes
of Americans.
Like fuck you.
400 mil out of 400 mil, 70%.
So what is your?
We talking like 330, 320, something like that. Out of 400.
It's wild.
We talking about like my fault, 280, something like that, 290 out of 400. Like 110 said no. 6 people said fuck y'all. This how it's going down. And that's just that on it. Why? Because, and this is what I've been telling niggas for the whole time. I've been telling niggas, I've been telling everybody, we be focused on the wrong shit. We be focused on little subjects that are presented to us versus focusing on the things that aren't, right? Why is insurance a legal thing, but it's not regulated? Everyone has to have it, but they don't have a regulation on how it can be provided.
Right.
Insurance company could drop you, but you are legally required to have it. But they can say, we don't want to insure you. But legally, you have to be insured. You get me?
Yeah.
Right. That's something small.
That's
you
what
go
I
up,
want
you start
the
going
house.
up there. That's that small shit.
Yeah.
We talk about shit that actually
Right.
matters. Not the shit they talk about. Your day-to-day life.
Right.
Why police can
Right.
give you all these tickets and shit,
Right.
and they don't solve no crimes, and
Right.
it's statistically known, and we got all these budgets that we don't regulate as people, but we pay taxes for as people. It's the government, right? It's the government. Everybody say, well, that's how it's always been. But again, the whole point of America was because we're supposed to do it different than any other country.
Right.
That was the whole point of America. We're supposed to be different from Australia. We're supposed to be different from England. We're supposed to be different from Britain. We're supposed to be different from France. We're supposed to be different from Japan. Our ruling setup is supposed to be different. Why look like they're doing the same shit? They say, oh, well, this is democracy, this, that, and the third. Who had a vote on what the Supreme Court said? See, it ain't like the Supreme Court made a ruling and then they said we gonna vote to overturn Roe v. Wade, and now you gotta have an American vote on if they support the decision. Right. See, that would have made sense. Right? Like Supreme Court
like a
makes
appeal.
Right. Supreme Court make it a decision, and then the American people solidify said decision.
Right.
That ain't what's happening. You got 9 people on one cabinet that's telling all of Americans how they're gonna live. But see what they do, propaganda. You put Kim Jong-un on there, and you gotta say, well, thankfully, we ain't living like that.
Right.
How? 1, 6, 9? Who gives a fuck?
Right.
It's the same thing.
We just spread it out.
It's the same. Right. It's the same exact thing.
We just got more heads controlling what's going on. That's all it is.
It's the same exact thing. Literally, the same exact thing. That's the reason why black people wanted to be able to vote. Was because under the system, the way the system was set up, your voice was supposed to actually matter.
Right.
Right? So they electoral colleges, and they changed who had how many votes, so
Right.
forth and so on.
Right. X amount accounts for 1.
This is
or
why
2,
Wyoming
blah,
got
blah,
the
blah.
same power as California, even though Wyoming only got 10% of the population.
Right.
What sense that make? They shouldn't have the same voting power. They don't have the same amount of people that have to live here. We know better than you do. We know what's best for you. That's why gas prices is $10 a gallon. That's why your food $300 for you to get a week worth of groceries.
Yes.
Right? Because y'all know better, right? Y'all do it better than we do. Right?
Do it every day. Day in, day out.
Y'all do it better than we do. Every day you fall for the banana in the tailpipe. This Roe v. Wade shit, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
She at the gate.
We in a different type of world right now. Like, I don't even know what to say to women. You know what I'm saying? I honestly, I can only talk from a guy standpoint. I got Antoinette, where we empower women, here for us. She gonna say her piece, in regards to what she thinks as a woman, Roe v. Wade versus Wade, because we can only do so much,
Hey, y'all. First of all, thanks for having me, Podcast. Glad to be here. Got my drink.
She gotta do. Can you do one?
I can do a shot. A
She
shot,
gotta
right?
come on now.
I mean, I'm on the Podcast.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I'm Antoinette with We Empower Her LLC. It's a women's empowerment business. You can follow me on Facebook at We Empower Her. And the link will be in the comments down there. Somewhere down there.
I let mine know.
Follow me. So I'm about to take a shot, I guess.
You know it.
I mean,
It's kind of like a midway anyway.
You right?
well, we all about women's equality, so
I'm gonna go ahead and crack this one.
I gotta be equal. I mean,
Well, hold on.
if I'm in the podcast, I gotta
Choose one.
equally.
you know how it be.
It's all tequila?
Yup.
Lord. Which one is the smoothest?
Well, these are apple juice reposado,
Oh,
no.
really?
Let's be clear.
and this is an apple juice onion.
There you go.
They all have apple juice?
You might go more for the Terramina.
Okay. I'll take that one. Chef Chad, chef it
It's,
up.
it's terrible, but I got you. It would only be mean if that was an E.
So I guess I can continue talking.
I mean,
If you
of
want me
course,
to.
of course.
So as a woman, I personally have never had a situation where I've had to have an abortion, but I do know plenty of women that have, and there can be many different situations that a woman would need an abortion. say for instance, someone in their family may have attacked them, or somebody outside of their family may have attacked them, and then they're expected to keep something inside of them to grow. First of all, a baby is not a baby yet until later on down the line. It's just a fetus. I gotta take my shot.
No.
Hold on.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, everybody else gotta take a
I
shot.
appreciate your eagerness.
Right. It's a ritual with over here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not drink champs.
Right.
Shoot them hoes up.
It's the
At your own
Poor
leisure.
Podcast, We've been around about that long too.
Them niggas be tossing them hoes back where that nigga Nori be like, hey, take a shot.
Yeah, but they be doing little kittens. You know what I'm saying? The little kittens.
Some episodes I've tried to mimic that and it don't feel.
Yeah, but they be doing the little kitten ones. They be having them Jones. They Jones be like,
Yeah. No, but
they never make sure it's above the cup. You know,
Above the cup.
It gotta be above the cup?
for sure. On the pole.
I can't read.
Man, let's cheers to change, man. Let's cheers to actually doing something different with this motherfucking country, man. Cause this shit right here, it's coming, man. It's coming.
Yeah.
Like, they only making it. They think they helping, but they only making it easier for us to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because y'all pissing everybody off, so you making it where it's so easy. It's so easy.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I've had experiences with women that have had to have abortions, and it's not something that
You don't gotta look. It's gonna catch you. Like, you gonna look. But just look at us. Be natural.
I need to look in the camera.
Okay, man. If you need to, you know.
Can you edit that?
No, you can go.
All right.
No, they rather take stuff out.
I heard about your sleeping
Right.
episode.
Hey, man, it's one of them days.
Yeah.
My nights turn into mornings all the time.
Okay, y'all. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, I don't agree with people regulating women's bodies. You know, if you don't agree with it, then just don't agree with it and don't do it. And the people that are making these decisions, yeah, there's women on the Supreme Court, but there's mostly men, right? We can agree to that.
Oh, it's mostly
and the
men,
people that are making these decisions are the men, and they don't know what a woman's body goes through. A woman that maybe can't live her life because of a pregnancy, she may die because of it, and she can't have an abortion in some states. So it's just, in my opinion, I think that no one should be able to regulate our bodies, and that goes for anything: birth control, the way we dress. That's another thing, the way we dress, because most dress codes are towards women, right? Can't wear spaghetti strap shirts. You can't wear things that are tight, things like that. But I don't agree with it. It hurts my heart. And there's a lot of women that are very upset and sad about this around the United States, around the world. Everyone's looking at us right now like, what the fuck? What are y'all doing? And I just think that, it's bullshit. Like, we should be able to regulate our own bodies, make our own decisions. And it's not hurting you, right? We already can't have our tubes tied without, consulting with our husbands. I told my doctor I wanted my tubes tied, and they told me, have you spoke to your husband about it yet? And so things like that, and not to take away from the Roe v. Wade overturn, but things like that are only going to get worse once we start doing things like this that have been in legislation for years and years and years. Then other things are going to happen. People keep posting pictures of Handmaid's Tale. I don't know if y'all have seen that, but on Handmaid's Tale, basically the men are in control and the women are there to be their sex slaves, I guess, to have babies. And, I feel like that could be where we eventually leading is us to with something like this. It hurts. It does. I think the first time it was spoken about, I cried about it, because it's not just the piece of the abortion, which is the biggest piece of it, but it's the fact that us as women, we're not treated still equally. Why can't we make men not have babies? Why can't we put in rules like that? Why don't men have birth control and things like that? So it's a sad situation all around, in my opinion, and I don't agree with it.
I mean, I actually had promoted or presented that as a subject line on Twitter because I had so many dudes that was steady just saying, oh, well, the women need to pick better dudes and this, that, and the third. And I just try to make it simple for them. Like, okay, how would you feel as a dude? And I'm asking y'all, when you think about Roe v. Wade, a better way to look at it, if you sit up there and you ask, a dude, if men, if they made a rule today that a man, for every woman that he had sex with, he was legally required to ejaculate in her and father a child, would you be so nonchalant about it?
Right.
For every bitch that you fuck, from here till
It ain't no pull-out game, nigga.
no,
Right.
you are required to fuck this woman, and you have to, if you fuck her, ejaculate in her in an attempt to father a child, no matter how many children that ends up equaling out for you to be.
If you pull out, you get zapped, nigga.
No, if you pull out, you go to jail.
I was say she just called 911.
No, if you pull out, you go to jail. If you pull out, the woman call the police and say, hey, he didn't come in me.
Yeah.
Well, you already got the chip in you, so they'll know if you pull out.
He got the zap
And that's
already
basically
and
what
paralyzed them.
Handmaid's Tale is for women. The women, they basically have to legally have the babies, and if they don't, they get in trouble for it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're talking about every chick, that little fat booty bitch that you were fucking with, that you just thought, you ain't fucking with her for real. You just beaten. You just beaten. You know what I'm saying? You know it. Like, and you niggas know what I'm talking about. Don't start acting like, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You just beaten, bro. A bitch you ain't got no plans with. Now you legally, as of yesterday, are required to come in that woman, father a child. No. Right. Legally, you're required to come in that woman, father a child with her. If you don't, then you face penalties up to life in prison.
That
If you don't come in her.
that's where I don't understand. Like, how do they not see it the same way? How do they not look at it and be like, we're just controlling what you do with your own self? What?
They were saying dumbass shit like, well, that's not the same because the women, this and that. And I say, well, hey, bro, the reason why I structured the question, and I'm going to just, go ahead and say this. You niggas not smart as me. Y'all not. Like, I speak down to y'all level. I don't know cocky shit. Y'all not as smart as me, bro. So when I pose a question, believe me, the subject is one-to-one at all times. The reason why I structured that question that way is because this only matters if the woman gets pregnant. So the requirement has to meet the one-to-one.
Right.
So you just saying you fuck a bitch and it doesn't matter. Like,
right.
A bitch could fuck right now. If she doesn't get pregnant, who cares about Roe v. Wade? It's when I get pregnant, now I'm legally required to have this baby.
Right.
So you have to be legally required to father a child.
Right.
In order for it to
Take
be
on that
one-to-one.
responsibility. There you go.
That's the only way it's one-to-one.
Mm-hmm.
So, just for to clarify, for all you niggas that's replying to the tweet still and talking about, oh, it's not the same because, you'd have to, no, nigga, it is.
No, niggas better be prepared, bro.
It's exactly the same. And we said it, and that
Niggas
was
gotta be prepared, bro.
Bro.
Like,
We can't have abortions. You're gonna be on. There's gonna
not
be a
a-
lot of birth control. I mean, a lot of
loud child support.
child support. You're gonna be on child support because we can't have abortions.
And see, look, and that's the other part where I don't think, because it doesn't directly affect niggas, they don't really think, like, people don't think the way I
Trickle it down the fuck.
No, right, but they don't think about the trickle down. Like, most people, and we've seen this from voting and everything else.
Yeah.
They think about shit 1 to 1. So
Yeah.
whatever you say,
Yeah.
that's what I'm focused on.
Right.
They don't think about all the impacts or the economical repercussions and stuff like this that could happen. When this lady is no longer able, legally, to have an abortion, that means legally, you must start fucking bitches you only want to get pregnant.
yeah. You better hope your
So-
condoms don't break.
You
You
dig?
better hope your pull-out game strong.
You better you better nut in her butt.
And don't let her have that fucking. Because that pull that motherfucker right off and fucking be like, whoop, whoop. And before you know it, fucking, it's on
Hey,
there.
bro,
And it's like,
and-
what is going on?
And it has happened.
Like,
It has
right,
happened.
Right.
And to all of us, I'm sure, it has happened. So it's not like, oh, these scenarios is just so far-fetched. It's not like, oh, well, this is just like so impossible
Right.
at this point, you know. And I know I said impossible. I know what, you know, but I said that on purpose, you know.
You smarter than everybody else.
This
No,
is
I know.
slang.
I know it's
Slang.
impossible. Listen, follow my lingo. You know what I mean? I'm gonna lead you down the yellow brick road, but you gotta make sure you ease on down it. You dig? We going somewhere. Take a trip. You know what I mean? It's not like it's so impossible for it to happen, because in the grand scheme of things, most of you niggas living off of Plan B. Where I'm going with that.
Or the other ones.
Or the other one, right? Or the other ones. Where I'm going with that.
It's Plan B, and then it's like a
Well,
off-brand
let me put it all in your catches, man.
What-
Because this
What
where,
is that even
this where
cost?
this where it tie back in.
It's not that much on Amazon.
Yeah.
What Plan B?
Whoa! You can buy that shit on Amazon?
Plan B?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to stock up right now. It's like $39 right now.
But it's some other
What?
ones that's like
But,
$7.
so where he
something.
going with that
Like,
is once this is the first part.
Precedent.
It's gonna start going down. No
Look.
birth control, no Plan
That's
B.
why I like when
Or the motherfucking prices go
This
because
is
they'll
why-
be in rarity. Because then
No,
they go black
it ain't
market.
it ain't
They're
gonna
gonna be
spike
just
up
on like
like
that
that.
Tesla.
it ain't gonna spike up like that. The reason why is because it's a manufacturer. They don't have a ability to have a higher demand though, because things like, now maybe the ones you talking about at $7 they spike up, but Plan B is $50 a pop when you go in the store. So it's only a few people per.
Okay, so
You get me?
Okay, so
that can
what's the-
afford
so
to
there's
just
like how many?
repetitiously
Like,
get
is there-
Plan B. 2 Plan Bs is $100.
So that's one brand itself.
You gonna stop busting them bitches.
So let me say something. I saw this video where this guy was saying that he used to work at an abortion clinic, right? Walking women to their cars and stuff. One day he got there early, and there was a whole bunch of white rich women, and there was black cars outside. So he was saying the rich people will find the way to get an abortion. They have the resources to
They
get
have
it.
the means.
They have the means to get it, and so no matter what, it's not affecting them. So they gonna still have the abortion. So they don't care what it affects the lower class, because
Right.
the lower class are the ones that are not gonna have the access to it.
Right.
Because the upper class are always gonna have access to it. Like they were chauffeured from their homes by that facility at that time of day, because they didn't, rich people don't want their cars at the abortion place.
Yeah.
Of course not.
I
So
wasn't
they
there.
were chauffeured there because they could get that access to it without anybody knowing it was them.
Absolutely. And we don't have to worry about that. We're not talking about, that's what I'm saying, we're not talking about the rich. Because the rich
Right.
don't have to deal with this anyway.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
They got lawyers and shit. They can fly out international waters.
We know Dr. So-and-so, we go over
Right.
to his weekend house, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? We'll just go ahead and take care
Right.
over there. It's
Right.
okay.
Right. You
He
know,
already has the tanks and
They
everything.
have,
you know,
they have
it's okay.
everything in-house.
Right.
Somebody was telling me about that, where they had a doctor, and the nigga, he come to the house.
Right.
They did surgeries
Right.
at the house.
Concierge.
Right, that's what I'm saying. it be a real thing. So if you can afford it, then
Like
it
I'm
doesn't.
talking
You're
about
just
like
like,
life-changing threat surgeries, like open heart surgery at the house.
Yeah, it'd be on TV.
But it be real. It be real shit.
You know, but here's the difference. Like I said, that's not gonna be for your average woman or your man, because we know, statistically speaking, the average income of Americans is less than 40,000 for 50% of Americans. So, no way you gonna convince me they can afford $50 Plan Bs just so they can keep busting that bitch repeatedly.
That nigga rather spend that shit on weed.
And not only do he rather spend it on weed, Dubs, he only got so much bread. His bread is finite. You get me? In the grand scheme of shit, it ain't like he can afford it. You go buy 2 Plan Bs. That just changed your whole gas. That just changed your whole travel route.
That's a light bill.
Right, for the month.
Yeah.
$50 a piece. Now you, of course, like I say, you got the $7 ones. But
Shit, the way it looking now, that's a fucking. What you said, $100? That's fucking a full tank.
that's a full. That's
And,
one.
and
That's
you
full
better be
tank.
cautious of how much you traveling to get to wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
That's
So-
one tank of gas. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you always start talking about
Just saying.
2, 3, 4. Now, you know, we probably could afford a few Plan Bs, but we're talking about average,
Right. Grand scheme.
right?
Macro.
And you niggas don't pull out anyway. So
I think I got my master's in that. That's about it. That's all I got, though.
you niggas don't pull out anyway. Shout
I
out
gave up on that game a long time ago.
shout out to all the pandemic babies. You know, shout out to all those panty babies, those
Gotta get it in.
babies that was born from the panini.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
But yeah, no, bro. This Roe v. Wade shit. To what Antoinette was saying, and this is something that people need to understand, is what's called legal precedence. This is something I've been talking about for multiple episodes, and niggas still ain't catching the lingo. And this ain't no lingo. This is literally what the fuck it is. Legal precedence sets the parameters for what a DA or another entity of law can actually pursue. So once the Supreme Court says that abortion is illegal, now the legal precedence that's set is the determination of what's considered abortion. That could go all the way down to you having sex and not nutting in a bitch.
I see where you going there. I brought it back.
Now you see why I said it's impossible. Because now you see why now you finna see why I said it's impossible. Like I told you, I'm gonna put it all in your catcher's mitt. Reason why I said impossible instead of impossible is because Clarence Thomas is trying to undo those exact laws. The suggestion that he made as Supreme Court Justice, go look it up. Don't take none of my shit for fact. I tell y'all all the time. Don't believe nothing I'm saying. Go look it up. See if I'm lying. Call me Cap. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Call me a cappuccino extra phone. You know what I'm saying? He has suggested the review of same-sex marriage, the use of contraceptives in sex, and the last one, and this is key right here, Antoinette, privacy during sex. So that could mean anything from how you have sex, meaning in terms of video cameras and stuff like that, where it's reported, or it could mean every time you have sex, you're required to make a mandate report of some sort, or any of that, on what you did.
At 2:03 a.m., there was missionary insertion,
You get me?
and
And we know that.
and he stayed in there for
Look it
approximately 20 seconds
Look it up.
afterwards, after
Right.
ejaculation.
Look it up, right? In Georgia, I think it's still, I don't know if they changed the law yet, but it used to be a law, Ned, where it was illegal for you to have sex in any position that wasn't missionary. The reason why I know this is because a guy was getting a divorce from his wife. She got him to come over one day. He ate her out. She recorded it and presented it in court. violation of the law. Means for her to be able to be in control of the trial. And this happens all the time. When you talk about legal precedent, it's illegal, or it was illegal, for you to eat oranges in your bathtub in California. I know that's a stupid ass law. It was illegal for you to walk your alligator 25 feet.
Say that was like a book.
It's
like
illegal in Texas
at book fair.
to drive with no shoes on.
Yep. You be like,
Had
what
all the
the
dumb
fuck?
rules listed
Yep.
in that book.
It's illegal in Texas to drive with no shoes on.
And these are real
Yeah,
laws.
yeah.
Like,
And
that's
I-
the thing people need to
yeah, I
understand.
But I did see that I was wrong about Texas. If it's life threatening, you can't have an abortion.
No. Well, that's
Up
kind
to
of
the state.
no. I was going to say that's kind of correct. Here's the caveat: a doctor has to have 2 recommendations.
Oh wow!
Didn't know that, did you? Yep. I told you. Listen, when I say I read up on this shit, listen. I
But
know.
Clarence Thomas
I know
did
as much
say-
as I talk about women, a lot of bitches think I'm misogynistic, but I actually care about women. You know.
Clarence Thomas did say he wants to challenge contraceptive, same-sex marriage, and same-sex relationships.
Oh, I told you. Look it up.
So he wanted to challenge
Oh,
being,
I
being
told
gay
you.
as well.
Listen, I told you. Listen, I told y'all. Listen, don't take none of the done-data words for motherfucking fact. Look up everything I'm saying. Call me cap. See if I'm really actually doing the research I say I'm doing. See if I'm actually doing the reading I say I'm doing. See if I'm actually knowing what the fuck I say I'm knowing. See. Go see. You know what I'm saying? Don't take my word. You know what I'm saying? Ask them how I did it. You know? Ask them how I came to that conclusion. Go check.
Oh,
You did?
and you can't take care of nobody that had an abortion either. Can't help them. So if you about to die from it, oh well.
That's what I'm telling people. This shit is that's precedent, right? So once the precedent is set about abortion from the Supreme Court, now it's up for the law to interpretate what's considered abortion. It's not an opinion. That's how law works. This is why you have people that end up getting charged with certain statutes of law based on interpretation of what can be considered to be that law, right? So for the jury to interpretate what goes on in this case, then once that happens in this case, they then are able to reference this case if they charge someone else. That's what legal precedent is. So when you start talking about abortions and things like that, it's gonna happen. You're gonna see it, especially
Because they used to be able to reference Roe v. Wade, and now you can't reference that anymore.
You absolutely
Right.
can't. So you can't reference that. But here's one that you ain't got to worry about with his bitch ass. Bet you ain't got to worry about Loving versus Virginia.
I'm not familiar. Educate me.
Oh, I know what that is.
I don't.
That's loving the
What's up?
marriage between
Talk your
two
shit.
different races.
Talk your shit.
Marriage between different races.
Talk your shit. Yes.
I have no idea.
You ain't going to have to worry about that one. Not as long as Clarence Thomas is involved. You see what I did there?
Yeah.
A little bit of that highbrow. I'm gonna go back to the knee slappers in a second, but right now I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of that highbrow. I appreciate this energy right now. She's here with me. She's you know.
So y'all, I just want to say this: they won't even let women that have miscarriages get their medicine in some places, some pharmacies, because they don't know if it's
Illegal.
for the No, they don't know if it's for the miscarriage or for an abortion because it's the same medicine. So some pharmacies are denying women getting their medicine.
That's what I meant by precedent, because it's gonna be an interpretation now, and the interpretation has to be set because they didn't specify.
Right.
They just said it's not constitutional for people to be able to have abortions. So now it all comes down to what your state particularly deems and thinks is an attempt or an effect of an abortion. And like I said, biblically speaking, you jacking off, that's an abortion.
Yeah.
Biblically speaking. That's where all this shit is coming from. That's why it's hilarious. That's why it's a fucking joke. Because, and I don't want to say this the wrong way, but fuck your religion. America's the melting pot. America's where you come and you be yourself, and it's supposed to mean something. Where we get off having Muslims, 5%ers, Buddhists, second day Adventists, Scientologists, atheists, Sumerians. Where we get off making all the laws that's based in the country around a certain religion, while also instinctively saying that anybody's religion should be respected.
Yeah.
How? Certain religions don't even constitute that. Satanism, which is actually, and it's just my opinion, this doesn't support the views of any of my colleagues, better than Christianity.
Did you say that?
Out loud.
His views do not reflect the views of the Poet Podcast.
You did. Well, what you mean, Dundada? You crazy? That's a wild take. Did you know, as far as being a part of the satanic community, you can't be a rapist, pedophile, etc.? Well, I know a religion where you can be.
And fucking keep that shit closed up.
Wait. No, don't join me. Let me die on this hill. You know, this is the truth though. Go look it up. Don't take my word for it. Again.
No, I know that it's
Oh, they
true.
got movies about that.
Yeah. If you are a rapist or a pedophile, you cannot be a part of the satanic community. But you can be a part of the Christian community. You can repent today for fucking this little boy for the past 10 years and go right into your next path in life. In Christianity, because God forgives.
We'll just transfer you.
You did? Not in the satanic community. That's word to Aleister Crowley. You can't do it in that community. The Beast 666. Word to him. You can't do it in that community. Try it. Now you can have sex with multiple people. You can do all the drugs you want. You can't fuck no kids.
Right.
You don't get a second chance. They don't forgive you for none of that.
Right.
But you can in Christianity. And that's the one that's ruling and telling you what's right and what's wrong. You can in that community. You could be a priest that molested 100 boys. You got to repent one time. And it's all supposed to be forgiven. And then in the Bible, it even say, if God forgive me, how you can't. So I got to be, if you repent to me, I got to forgive you for fucking my son. If I believe in what you believe in, and we both Christians, if we both Christians, I gotta forgive you. Technically, by the Bible standards, by the statutes of what I believe in, I gotta forgive you
I will not be forgiving that.
for fucking my son. I gotta forgive you. You repented. 3 Hail Marys and you forgiven. Word to the Catholic Church.
But then it goes back to that popular vote. Everybody, not everybody knows some of those things. So, because the popular crowd jumps on board with this, you start speaking up or saying things like that, it's like, oh, well, what are you about? Not saying that, but just, when it comes to the broad situation of the things, because why wouldn't you want to know that? You know what I'm saying? Or be open to that. Because there's a lot of shit that go on every day that fucking they talk about that nobody fucking speaks about.
Oh, it's so much, man. Like I say, when you started talking about this right here, this only just opens my antennas, man. Like I say, and this ain't I genuinely care because it's women. Honestly. Now, of course, I hate most things government and stuff like that that's been established. But I just look at this like an affront. Like I say, I got sisters. I got nieces. I got nieces that got kids. I'm a great uncle. I got like 20 nieces. I got 3 sisters. You dig? So many aunties and, so forth and so on. So this ain't just hey, this is a real thing, man. This is something that's going to have an impact for the next umpteenth years until we get to the platform where we can overturn it. Here's the caveat. Here's the kicker. Here's where they put it all in your catcher's mitt. You can't overturn a Supreme Court justice ruling. You can't vote them out. The only thing you can do is impeach them. That's the only thing that you can do. Nigga, bitch, you running out of my time. They your shit, man. You running my fucking time. You son of a bitch.
I think it's been 20 seconds.
I was waiting.
Look up and see. We don't know where we at, right?
That was some bitch ass shit.
I wasn't ready for it, bro. I was like, oh, shit,
that wasn't the
going down.
problem. This nigga, he knew I was trying to pass him to Jay, and then he was just taking his sweet time.
I was
shoulda
looking.
pissed
I was
on him.
like, she reached for a bottle. I was like, I wonder if she gonna put it. I was
I
like, you know
shoulda
what?
just
I was
pissed
like,
on
I'm just gonna grab this bitch just in case.
I should have
And
just
when he
pissed
passed,
him.
I was like, nope, I'm focused on this.
Because
you trying to pass? I was like, nope, I'm.
Yeah, I was like, man,
You see what I'm saying? Like,
let
no,
me get mine out the way. Hold up.
that don't count, bro.
That was smooth, though. I had some tequila last night. It was extra strong. That's smooth.
This is another little gem I found. That's why I grabbed it.
The Luna Zulu, the Blue Casino or something like that.
It's a 20-piece. Yep. Nice little joint. 20-piece. Catch that at any of them. Probably cheaper at the total.
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie though, but that Sergio over there, that's definitely something that I would.
Well,
want
it's a
to sit around. The Luna Azul, I've had a different.
both of them Azuls.
I think I had it clear. I think
No, I'm saying both of them are Azuls.
Really? Wow. So it's just
It's the Don Sergio is an agave Azul, and the other one is, of course, it's in the name.
Gotcha.
But both of them are Azuls.
Well, then I definitely like the Sergio better when it comes to the taste of my palate. Because I do have a bottle of that at the house. You know what I'm saying? But I would definitely want that one just because of how the bottle looks. And now that I know it tastes even better than what it looks like, it's like, oh, I would definitely want to have that bottle.
Yeah, bro. No, we
Yeah, that second shot was definitely better than the first one.
So you really gonna keep me on the camera when I was looking at the camera?
Yeah, we gonna do that.
Yeah.
You gonna act like you ain't never been here before.
You know you done seen podcasts before.
And she was.
You know how this work.
She
You know
said.
how this go down.
She said. She said. I don't know what to do with my hands. So women, men, me, I think. Wait, what's the mic? I think that women are. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. Empower women. Black Lives Matter. You want to stay on?
Nope, I'm good.
You sure? We about to, switch subjects and shit. I just
Yeah,
wanted to
for
touch
real,
on it. But
for real.
if you want to kick it,
You go ahead and just kick it while you
you
here.
can kick it.
Might as well.
You already here.
Might as well.
My boy Dubz.
You already handled business, so now you done.
This was not my plan for today.
Well, guess what?
Things
change.
I need to eat my empanadas.
We need change.
I need to eat my empanadas.
You can eat that while you on here.
I can eat on camera?
No.
Yeah. You don't I love to eat on camera.
No.
I
I
get
could do
right
a
up
mukbang.
in that
We
motherfucking
could do
ice.
a
That's a
mukbang.
whole different thing, though.
All right. Enough of that shit. All right. We not doing that. I'm the one that got to mix this.
Okay.
He just talking.
I'll I'll leave and come
I
back.
am.
All he is like eye candy.
Okay, I'll leave and finish
Yep,
eating
fuck
and come
it.
back.
He's just
and join.
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta
No,
stay
I
here.
gotta stay.
You can heat it up later. He's just eye candy. Don't
Yep.
listen to him.
Okay.
Don't listen to me.
Yeah, he's just eye candy.
Yep. I just hear.
It's all.
Can we not use the word bitches?
It's gonna be hard for his ass.
Both of you?
That nigga right
What?
there, boy. That nigga right
I don't
there.
even say bitches.
Okay, I'm not gonna regulate your podcast.
I don't even.
For the
Well, you
record,
can go ahead
I do
and have
not
a seat if you
condone
want.
the word bitches.
Get her, bro. She wilding right now.
For the record, I do not condone the use of bitches at We Empower Her
Bitches and
LLC.
bitches condone the use of bitches.
Okay.
On my-
Okay, I do empower you to call yourself whatever you like.
Well, I'm the done daughter. I thank you for that. But no. Bitches love when I call them bitches.
I mean, I like it in the bedroom. So.
No. Well, I mean, yeah. And then I'm saying
know?
like, even outside of it, like, because they know my spirit so well, they know that it's never no malice.
Yeah.
So when I say bitches, they know it's in the most
Endearing way.
proper and endearing way that they could possibly be called a bit. Like, they love it when I say it because it's like, oh, he said it again. Like, it's because it's me. It's like, bitches, like, bitch, like, that's like, I'm like the gay homie, but I fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
What? Noted. With no pause.
Jinx, and that one count, baby.
Yeah.
And that one count.
That
I shouldn't
solidifies
have
the
took that
jinx.
Yeah, right.
Hey, you
That
started it.
one- Right.
You
And
might
that
as
one
well.
count. Right. That's why that one count. No, that's why that one count. Because you know
Right.
you did me.
Right.
All right, you gonna do me in?
Can I take a
Say
half
less.
shot?
No. It's
not-
always
I'm not-
above the
I
cup.
wasn't expecting to be in this podcast today.
I know. And I planned this out meticulously in my head. I told my girl, Paris, Paradise Paris, y'all make sure y'all follow her. I said, no, we got a chick. We gonna have her come in. Say you at the gate. I said, say less of them.
So it was like manifesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Chris didn't tell you I was coming.
No, and he didn't. And
I did, nigga. I said.
listen,
He didn't see the fucking phone.
You know I don't
Like,
fucking
right.
check
So
my phone.
you can text, but it don't mean that nigga gonna see it.
He did tell me that. He was like, he don't check his phone.
Right.
but you could call me and I always pick up.
I did say to call. He said he's not going to answer.
Yo,
I'll be like, I'm at the gate with
No,
the text,
no,
and then I call,
no,
and then like
no.
some.
No,
No.
not the gate. I'm saying, if you ever needed me, and you call me, I answered the phone.
Except at the gate.
No, but he don't
Or
know.
your door.
No,
Or your door, because it's been multiple times been sitting at the
Man,
door.
sprinkle me, man. You don't need me then. That's just a
We
way.
need you to get in so we can start the podcast. What are
somebody
you
was-
talking
What
about?
if somebody was trying to beat
We
him up
need
at
you on the
door?
podcast. What are you talking about?
First off, that'll never happen over here.
What do you
A
mean?
nigga wouldn't try me. Second off. So I'm not worried about nothing like that.
Beat him at the gate then. They was
Right.
trying to beat him up at
Listen,
the gate.
When he listen, I was
What?
listen. Listen.
I said, what if someone was trying to beat you up at the gate?
That's not gonna happen.
Whoa.
Not in my neck.
Whoa. That went.
I'm
that
gonna
went quick.
listen. I'm gonna pop out with the AR.
Oh, okay. But if you don't answer the phone,
Nah, 2 minutes it took, and he was in there. He know. He not. He didn't have to wait. It's for sure. Listen, if it's a need, I don't know.
Nigga,
That's
you
what I'm
check
saying.
the
The same way you talking about manifestation, where the universe set up for me. I'm always on time, but I ain't always there when you call. You get me? That's word to Ashanti.
okay.
You get me? So, you need me, I'm gonna pick up. This is where the universe set it up for me. Some other times,
Y'all babysitting?
oh, hey, baby. Listen, I'm glad you on here.
You too.
No,
that
that's
shit
cap.
higher than mine, bro. Like,
No.
what?
Well, first off,
This is my first one. That's y'all.
no,
on your
I
second
put a
one.
little bit more, right. I'm on my second one. He on
Yeah,
his first one.
I'm on my first
and
one.
I put a little extra, so mine
I'm
different.
on my first one too.
But I ain't make it. Remember?
Oh, yours.
Oh,
is
so you trying to
stronger.
challenge him?
For sure.
She
You want me to make it? Just say that.
I'm good.
Yeah, I
I already
think
had
so.
2 shots.
Yeah, I know. and I already had 3, but you dig a dean. Listen, this is what we do.
And you won't let me eat.
Listen, I'm rolling.
She still got blue in her cup.
I'm rolling like 18. Well, I'm
That's
good.
water.
It's blue.
Blue water.
I ain't got no blue in mine.
You dig? I'm rolling like 18. Well, I'm good.
Okay. I can dig it.
That's word to motherfucker.
Respect it.
ASMR.
I'll give it to you.
That's word to be it. That's word to Booker T. You did?
What's that, Chant? That's not the same. What's that?
What's what?
That vape.
Same. It's the new model.
Just the 4K.
What?
For sure. Mm-hmm.
It
You know
got
what?
different colors now?
Y'all know what? I'm about to start vaping
I
too.
want a pink one.
I gotta give me one of them white boy shits.
Is this new? Did you just get this one?
Oh, the one with the little
It's been like
tank
that.
on the side.
We've been had it. I've had it.
Switch out the flavors and shit.
This is the 3rd day. I usually go like 5 days, 5, 6,
I like
5
that
and a
they
half.
put the colors on it. It helps.
Yeah,
Especially when you have 2 people that are smoking them.
yeah.
People
Most
be
definitely.
We didn't make up nothing.
saying you stole they drink, they vapes.
Who
and
the
stuff.
designated?
Yo, for real.
Who the designated?
I'll make. She can have another one.
Okay.
I don't need another one right now. I'm gonna drink this. Can I drink that?
The boba? I mean, yeah, we drink water. And
Unless you get drinks.
we hydrate on here.
You gonna drink what?
We not against
Boba?
that, baby.
What is it called?
Boba.
Boba? What's it again?
Boba balls.
Boba balls? Or boba what?
Tea.
Boba what? Boba
Come on.
balls?
Come on.
Balls?
Come on.
Balls. One more time.
I'm not finna.
You ain't
You're
gonna
not
say
gonna
it.
get me. No, he trying to jinx me. It's not happening.
Well, you a rook, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Right.
not a rook. I watched 77 episodes,
Just testing. That's all. Just
That's
testing.
fair.
maybe 70.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know where y'all at.
It's part of the podcast, right? So I'm just saying, you can say you watch it, but do you watch it?
There's 3 balls in my mouth.
Okay.
Different point of view and no comments today. Okay. It's a little different on the podcast today.
It's different when they mix, when it's like sitting a little bit. It has a little bit.
Oh, so you
flavor.
like it marinated balls?
Is that
I
like
like marinated
milky?
balls. It's milk and tea. When they first do it, you can see the tea. and
Lactose
stuff, but
free.
You gotta shake it up. But it's lactose free milk. And at the bottom, it has tapioca balls. And it's like brown sugar milk. Want this?
Fire!
Taste it. Y'all have me drinking. I'm fucked
Yeah,
up
it's fucking
already.
fire, boy.
Oh, no, that's how I go, you know. Now you can
And
understand.
I'm tired of these balls.
No, I get you. But you know.
You be surprised.
In case you was
Them
giving my
motherfuckers,
boy-
you be like, fuck.
In case you was giving my
He
boy
don't
Dubz a
fuck-
hard time, he be doing great.
That's what I be saying. You
You know.
be giving too many balls.
He be doing great with what?
Let me get a quarter.
Life, you know. Because, you know, you still light. This is a light episode. We ain't even doing it how we do it.
It came out with curry shooting.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I watched the
dipped
show.
out. You dipped out for a good 75 at least minutes that we
Right.
calculated.
Then
So
we not even
because
doing
we had definitely was like, okay, we're coming down to this end one.
I
Let's
told
go ahead
y'all
and
I was
finish
here
it
to
with that.
regulate.
Boom.
Listen,
Break time. Boom, boom, boom.
that's not a thing.
Hit it.
No, it's not.
You're minus 3 shots.
Dubs can always, you know, catch one. Ship Chad, tuck them in. Lovingly.
Be out like a light because
Listen,
I
I make it
Ooh,
extra comfortable. I put the pad up under it. I get you the pillow. I put the other one over it. I make the hairs down. Oh
my
yeah, they
left
be.
cheek be sore.
You get
I
me?
be trying to figure out why my left cheek so sore.
Pause.
That's a real pause right there.
Pause.
I don't know what
See,
y'all
you
be
get
doing
it.
to him.
You get it now. I don't know what he listen. I don't listen. I'm offended. I don't know what he's talking about. He was here. I don't know what he's
I
talking about.
wake up, I be like,
Listen, I don't know what he's
fuck
talking
is
about.
going on?
Listen,
Like-
no. Listen. Poor podcast audience.
I am shocked.
I don't know what he was here. I don't know what he's talking about.
He let the dog
he be looking at the eye candy and be just like, let me go ahead and tuck him in.
He
Just,
might have let
just
the dog
nice.
out. The dog might have did something.
No, I don't know.
I do
Oh,
not
no.
know what this nigga nigga talking about right now. I'm making that disclaimer. I never heard this story. I ain't never been a part of it. Yeah, no, this nigga. Listen.
Well, let me tell you about the
No,
story I
no. He
heard
was listen.
about
He was
something in your bathroom.
Oh yeah, the butt plug. Oh yeah.
By the way, if you need some butt plugs, go to www.bedroomcandy.com/11819. We have chrome butt plugs.
What? So you riding spinners on that?
Yep.
What?
Well, I actually
spinning on that motherfucker,
Me?
man.
me. I got both. So I got the chrome and I got the silicone.
Did you get it from Bedroom Candy?
I got some things from Bedroom Candy.
From me?
Yeah.
No, you did not.
I repped you on here several times.
But you didn't buy anything from me.
You didn't listen. Nobody never provided me with no link. And when I say that, I say it proudly because you know you never did, and you know he
Black on.
Listen, one thing that you niggas know why I buy shit. They know that. So a nigga never provided
Let me
me with no
Twitter
link.
you.
You did. You did. Don't try to play me on the cam.
I'm Twitter you, my love.
Yeah, it's me. Don't try to play me on
Twitter
the
you.
cam.
Tweet you. I sound like an old person. I'm gonna Twitter it to you.
What
I
else we
can't get into Twitter.
What else we talking about, gentlemen? Well, we got a few subjects.
Roe v. Wade.
Yeah, let's talk about
Well, no, we don't want to.
I don't know how
You know, we spent almost 2 on that, and I wanted to make sure it was like that because that's such an important topic. You know, in all seriousness, no jokes.
100%.
Like, I don't want to make a joke about it. I don't want to play about it. I don't want to, nobody to get this misconstrued.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a joke. So we ain't too serious, but this shit is of the utmost importance. It's up to us as black people. It's up to us as people to start making this country behave the way it needs to behave. We are in America where the people are supposed to have the power and the government adheres to what the people want. It's not the other way around.
Democracy.
This isn't a democracy, really. Because the reason why America was created was because of the monarchs in England and them not wanting to be under their rule anymore. So they created a country that has a people first mind state. 6 out of 9 Supreme Court justices deciding that over 200 million women no longer get to do as they choose with their vagina is not a democracy.
Right, but you were saying, I'm saying it should be.
No, I'm saying it's just not even a democracy because a democracy is just a debate between the two parties. That's not how it's supposed to work. Whatever parties is in favor, whatever parties in power, they're supposed to be listening to their constituents, being the people, to determine what they're supposed to be doing. So it isn't a democracy. It's definitely an aristocracy. It's what it's supposed to be. And we, as the people, we let them know, hey, this is what we need. And they tell us what they can do to appease what we need. We've gotten to the point where we're letting the government tell us what we're going to do and what we need as a people. Again, 200 million women plus being told by 6 men, maybe a woman, I'm not sure of the complete breakdown of the votes, that they no longer have the right to be able to not have kids if they don't want to. Especially in the situations of rape and incest, which are oftentimes synonymous because of the weird uncle. Right? They don't even have the right to even in that scenario. And that's what took the cake for me. Right? You're saying regular women doing things right. Okay, some guys will say, hey, they need to be more choosy with who they pick to have sex with. I don't think that, but okay, have at it.
I think some of those
But-
opinions are just based off of
I had a guy,
popular opinion.
and this guy's an FBA constituent. He's actually one of the leaders of FBA. FBA stands for Foundational Black Americans. This guy name is Chick. You know, I don't dislike Chick. We just have a difference of opinions and views and stuff like that a lot. But I'm the type of person that I like those type of people around me as well. I don't like all agreeants. I don't like people that we all have the same viewpoint. I appreciate a person that lives a completely different life than I do because it gives me an opportunity to have a completely different perspective than what I would normally have because
Right.
the people around me are
Right.
going to agree with what I'm saying.
Right.
And one of his things was, there's 19 million abortions. 19 million. He said 19 million abortions. And I said, so are you insinuating that if those women didn't have the 19 million abortions, that the black demographic would look different in terms of prison population, those type of things? So I can show you the stats. So show me the stats on the 19 million abortions. Also show me the stats on foster care percentages, homelessness rates, suicide rates. I want you to show me those stats too. Don't just show me the one that you want to show me because you want to show me. Right? Because I love a good debate. Don't just show me that one.
Right.
Show me all those other rates, right, bro?
Right.
Because we know what, statistically speaking right now, foster care, 25% of all foster care kids are black Americans. That's right now, before the law gets into rolling effect. What does that mean for in the future? It's already 25%. And black people only make up 15% of the demographic, right? So how we make up 25% of all foster care? And again, that's after 19 million abortions. So if you was to add those back in, what's that percentage? You a stat man. Do the math. What you think that'll be? I'm pretty sure it'll be close to 50%, right?
42.
Right? Something like that, right? I said close to
Out
50.
the gate.
Did I say close to 50%? Right. Of all foster kids, right? Where's this substantial? There's a 2.5 time more likelihood of a foster child being in some way involved in law enforcement, being jailed, juvenile, whatever it is, at least 2.5 times. So really all you're saying is you want more kids on the street to be involved with law enforcement.
Yep.
Prison pipeline
Yeah.
just goes the same way.
Right. Right.
And it only increases their resources. That's what you're saying? This is why it's so significant. The trickle-down effect, as my boy Chef Chad so eloquently put it, is so real
And that's what they want.
Right. Correct.
for population
Correct.
control because
Correct.
they know how the demographic gonna break out. In all these states where the white people are predominant, and I put the air quotes on it because we're at an improvement. I think more black people are in America than what we realize.
Than what
I
they're
think
reporting.
I think there's more black people than any other ethnicity right now in America. The only ones that's catching up, I think, are the Hispanics.
Well, I think the part of that, the reason why a lot of
Right on that one too.
we don't see how many black people are in America is
No,
a lot of us
right.
don't do the census.
Right, and that's my point. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying when I'm saying that. I'm saying I think that statistically speaking, right now, there is more black Americans than any other demographic in America. The
Okay, so,
only
but-
other one.
To agree with what you're saying, but also to agree or to also disagree, I bet you a lot of black Americans do. But this is when we go back to fudging numbers. You know what I'm saying? So for us to empower ourselves to be like, okay, well, all these people, change this state when we were talking about Georgia earlier, right? So you're looking at like, wow, if they can do it, then we can do it. Okay, but they know, if they know this, know their value.
And they're gonna behave different. And that's
Exactly. So we'll alter how we're going to execute our plan. Originally, we planned on this. We got you focused up here, but you're telling us what you're going to do at times, right? Not speaking negative, but it's just what we do, right? Because of social media and everything, right? We post everything. So with that being said, we're going to alter our plan. we're going to do this so that you can't do this, or there's going to be a severe punishment. You know what I'm saying? So then it gets to where it's like, shit, get back to you got to keep quiet and kind of Underground Railroad this shit to an extent. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of put it out there, put the little hints, say certain things that trigger certain people, because you have to understand now, we can't always just think
Come
that
straight out with it.
right, because not the masses are going to agree with everything, right? And I say that in a sense of like, okay, so you may know some people that agree with what's going on now, but do you think that they'll agree differently when it's just mandated to where it's like, okay, well, if you are helping somebody trying to execute this, then, you know, this is going to be the punishment, right? So how many friends do you know that might just be like, you know what, I don't want no smoke, and turn you in? You know what I'm saying?
Accessory to abortion, bro.
Yes, right. Because all you're trying to do is trying to help somebody.
Well, you know they
You're going to
got
be on the Arlington police
Oh,
website.
right.
Accessory to abortion.
well, y'all know they got.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's not really that far fetched, because you got to
Right.
realize how many people it is that's got. There's a thing with taxes where taxes are regulated, and there's people that can snitch, and you get a reward for snitching on people that don't do that.
So let me ask y'all think that so we're watching this show or movie or something about how like movies and stuff and music has hidden messages and stuff. So you think that they plant people on social media to say don't do the census because they're tracking you,
Oh,
or don't do
absolutely.
certain things because they're tracking you, and it goes through the black community, and now the black community is scared, and so now the numbers are skewed because people are not doing it
No, 100%.
because of those plants that are
100%.
in there. I'm not even high, but I think the
No.
drunkenness is making me
No,
think more clearly.
100%. Because you got to think about it, right? Okay, so you think about the times that you're dealing with situations. You think about like braids, right? You people would braid people's hair for certain routes, right? We know this,
And
right?
the high food.
Right. So when you think about these certain things, it's not far-fetched of how the black community reacts to certain things. The popular road, or what the propaganda behind it is, oh, well, you know, this or that, or they try to dismiss it one way or another very soon. Right. But you know what you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't take that away from yourself. You know what feels right, and it's like, you know what? I know that X, Y, and Z may agree with what we're saying on the camera, but there's something deep down inside that just don't feel right. Like, there's something about it. You know what I'm saying? That's that intuition. That's that origin. That's that godlike ability that we all have. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at some of these things, it's like, good catch.
Well, he knew I was gonna knock it over.
But no, you're right, because I notice a lot of things that we do as black people are rooted as I look deeper into like slavery and like some of the things that we did in slavery.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my family, like a lot of things that we do is based on things that were instilled in us during slavery, like whoopings. And I mean, I whoop my kids. I mean, I don't really whoop them, but sometimes they may happen. But it's because we were whipped as kids. I don't know if they were getting whoopings in Africa before they became slaves, right?
This is what we were talking about this earlier when I was speaking about how trauma has been genetically proven that they can be passed down. So when you do certain things that you instinctively, well, you know how I want to go with that. You know, I always fuck up the words, but be instinctive about certain things because it's just reaction. Like my parents did it, but you don't understand that shit goes back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so you're trying to, if you want to change some things, you need to check yourself, look at yourself. So then it's like, okay, well, this may not be popular opinion, right? So people be like, okay, and here's how you try to dismiss that. People be like, well, you look at white people and they don't beat their kids and all this other shit, and it's like,
But
well,
they
no.
do.
No, right, right. They do it a lot worse than most people talk about.
They beat their kids. They don't whip them.
My mom used to tell me about some things that used to go on, and I'm saying that from just her white side, completely white, and just used to get ridiculously treated horribly. But in that same sense, that doesn't mean that I have to beat my children just because my parents gave me whoopings. Yes, I've been beat with the belt. Yes, I've been beat with fucking shoes and shit. Okay, whatever. But at the same time, something deep down tells me, like, that doesn't just feel right. Like, why should I do that just because they do that? Now, don't get me wrong. If there's a situation where you are testing that gangster of a parent, oh, I will definitely put them hands on you if you get to that point. Because life will do you the same way.
You got to get to that point, though. It's
right,
not just
because
a easy, like, my parents, anything I did, I was getting a whooping, right?
Right,
now,
but that's not always.
Now, for me, it's like, it has to get to.
Right.
I have to have told you 10, 20 times.
Right.
For me to get to that point.
And we're going to establish that I shouldn't even have to get to 10.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna nip it at the butt at this. Mm-hmm. And I'm letting you know now why I'm nipping it at the butt, because you're not going to test this. Once I get to this point and I got to get loud, we have a problem. And then after that, you're in mystery. And I like to leave my children in mystery because you don't know. You've seen me, and I don't mean to like glorify certain things, but they have seen me in points that y'all haven't seen me, okay? They see the certain things that you're not going to test the family, you're not going to test me if you're going to come at me like that. Not glorifying any of that. But I'm saying is they've seen it firsthand, right? With the family being there. So in that aspect, if I have to get to that point, you don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean like I'm not glorifying fear and all this other shit, but I'm saying is if you want to test me like that, then we'll go there. It's up to you if you want to choose what's going to happen. I could beat your ass senseless. I could put some gloves on you if you're a fucking boy and you want to go there. If you're a little girl and you want to fucking get bold because you feel like you want to hit a motherfucker, you want to hit your older brother, let's go. I'll have your mother get out there and beat your ass.
She ain't hit nobody.
No, no, I swear to you, no. But I'm just giving examples because I'm trying to say both sides, okay. Right? Well, I have a boy, I have a girl, y'all have a boy, y'all have a girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go out there and physically beat my daughter, but I'll have her mother go out there and put them gloves on. If you want to test me, go fight your mother. If you want to get to that point. But it's up to you. I gave you warnings. So far you're 7 years old. You haven't tested it. You want to get older and you want to test it, that's up to you. But we don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But if that situation comes up, don't get me wrong. I'm prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm peaceful.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but who did your braids? Because those braids are fresh. I'm sorry.
This sweet lady at Euphoria on Lake Ridge in Grand Prairie. This is the second time she's did my braids. The first time she did them, I gave her something simplistic just to see because I've had my hair braided multiple times.
What's her name
though? Euphoria. I can give the phone number.
No, don't get the phone number.
No, because she's based out of Euphoria Salon.
If you want to give Euphoria Salon number, for sure. No,
most definitely.
Yeah, give Euphoria Salon.
Most definitely.
And then also make sure they know where they can follow them.
I don't think she has that even set up because, like I said, it's the second time that I've ever been to it.
So Euphoria Salon.
Yes, off of Lake Ridge in Grand Prairie, Texas. You know what I'm saying? She's the only one that braids in that area. There's a barber, there's a hair salon person, there's multiple. They do nails, multiple things, but she's in the back, far right. That's what she does.
Make sure
you know what I'm saying?
Make sure next time you come on here.
Yeah, most definitely. But in the second time. So anyway, let me finish. Let me finish. So this is the second time. Okay. So the first time I gave her something simplistic. I wanted to see if.
Don't play about ADD because I got the ADHD.
I'll give you that one. Okay. So the first time I gave her something simplistic just to see quality, longevity of the situation. Great. time frame of how long it took was great from all the times that I've gotten braided. Okay, second time, let me hit you with some crazy shit just to see what you're gonna do. Boom, hit some crossovers on her. Fucking, she was like, no problem. Boom, boom, boom. She'd go back, look at the picture, adjust to
Shout out to
head
black women.
because everybody has different head
girl magic.
style, and fucking she fucking
Oh, they
whipped it
definitely
out.
got different hairstyles.
Black
Trust me.
woman, sweet lady. She's fucking great. Fucking, she fucking posted some shit that I don't know. Fucking, she had took video and shit. She didn't tell me anything. Whatever, no worries. But I will find out that information as soon as possible. And yeah, she's my fucking person now that I fucking go to. She's fucking great. And I've learned fucking with my style, the texture of hair, fucking I'm about 2 weeks, 1.5 weeks, because sometimes with the humidity
Before
and
you
the
start getting
heat.
at Jim Jones.
No, yeah, sometimes. Well, and that's because of the heat that's been going on.
That shit
You know
was
what I'm
so
saying?
funny to me, man. That's
But-
why I always think about
but
that.
I
It was
feel-
always about 2 weeks back in the day.
Right,
you know?
right.
Why don't you
And
just
that's
go ahead
the
and get
standard,
braids, bro?
you know.
I want to see Slim.
Is this it? Euphoria Salon.
Let me see.
Grand Prairie.
Bring Slim back out.
Yes.
I had braids.
The
man.
address
That's what I'm saying. Bring
is
Slim back out, bro.
5145 Lake Ridge Parkway, Grand Prairie, Texas.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. You're
No,
so
greatly.
fucking
No,
sweet.
greatly.
Thank you.
And shout out to them, you know. Shout out to, ADHD and ADD.
Speaking of braids, you know what I'm saying?
No, sir.
The boy
What?
With two-
You're bringing them back?
with
No.
two braid songs killed it in the verses, man. Your boy Mario,
You know, definitely.
Please educate me. I did not observe this Versus.
So
Oh, this shit was.
it was one of the
I've
best
seen
verses
clips. I've seen
ever
highlights.
as far as entertainment.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was so
It was
bad.
hilarious.
It was so bad that it was funny, and that made it so entertaining.
Yeah.
It was so good. I think they did that shit on
Did you
purpose.
see the Jadakiss joint?
Yes, I've seen that afterwards. Yes.
So yeah, if you seen the Jadakiss joint, it was nothing like that. It was nothing like that competitive spirit where Killer Cam and them, they was giving you joints, but then you got to see the difference between a nigga that just got joints and they hard to a nigga that's like really hard and he
It
got
was the way they
joints.
started it off with the Ray J and
Talk about
fucking Bobby V versus Sammy and Pleasure P.
Right.
Like that battle right
those
there,
highlights.
where man, them niggas did whatever they wanted to do the whole fucking time.
Shout out to Ray J, a true businessman, by the way, because
Yeah,
he put
was.
that together. Like it was a 4-person versus, so it was Pleasure P, Sammy, Bobby V, and Ray J. Okay. And apparently
It was
Ray J-
like a fucking, you know how the boxing had a warm up shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right, and then you got the main event
The-
and all this other shit.
Main event might be 12 rounds, but these niggas might go 6 or 8 rounds.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that.
for sure, for sure, no.
But it was, you know what I'm saying, them niggas going against each other. And that was the funniest shit of all time, bro. Like,
And I feel like they did, no press is bad press, right? They did that shit on purpose. Everything that they did, it was strategic. It didn't look like it was strategic, but being a communications person,
Yeah.
and I have a master's degree in adult education.
Oh, shout
I feel
out.
like
You better watch what you fucking say on this podcast.
I feel like they did that shit on purpose. They purposely promoted themselves,
and that nigga
but
Pleasure
made
P
it
did
funny
the
so that they
best.
could go viral.
Okay.
I think that's what they were doing.
I don't think they did that on purpose.
I think they did.
I think that the drugs that they was on kicked in, and that's
What's his name? Sammy had to be on something.
Man,
and Omarion was on
he was,
something.
no, Sammy was definitely on at least Adderall. That's a minimum I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna think it was something strong.
Adderall don't do that.
No, that's why I said that's the
Oh,
minimum.
for normal people. For
Yeah, I'm saying
normal people, it does that.
the minimum, right? The minimum that Sammy was on
Cause
was
my Adderall just make
Adderall.
me normal.
Well, if you got ADHD or ADD, Adderall gonna just limit you out. Like
Yeah, it just makes me do regular stuff.
but that's because you got
people
an actual,
that don't have it.
Yeah, you got an actual
it must do
chemical
that to them.
imbalance. Like I used to have a girlfriend that had ADHD for real. She's popped the Adderall and get her work done and shit. But you know,
That's why I take it to get my work
like
done.
when I first heard a nigga ask me for
I have
Adderall,
ADHD.
I was tripped out because I was like, y'all niggas doing this as a drug, because when she used to take that shit, she used to make her.
Yeah,
grind her
that's
teeth
like
and shit.
her
Like
little
when she used to be
her
focused.
little niche, her little thing.
Mm-hmm. But it gives
Stimming.
people different. Yeah, it gives people different quirks. But
It's called stimming.
like I said, that's usually for people that's
Thank
got
you.
it. Like
Give me
because
a wrinkle on
it
the
don't
brain.
give you it make you super focused. So I ain't get it. But
Well, let me explain.
go ahead.
I have ADHD. It's not a
I
secret.
don't know. Is this gonna be a sad story? Because I don't.
No.
Okay.
Well,
She's speaking her
I
power.
almost lost my job because of it.
Okay, so
but,
it's about to be a sad story.
But I learned from it.
No, thank you.
No, it's not a sad story. I'm gonna tell you what Adderall does for you.
Okay.
So when I got Adderall, I was able to actually focus and do my job and like do the things I'm supposed to do and not like veer off to the left because I'm not on it right now. So as you can see, I keep interrupting people. That's part of my ADHD. I interrupt people. And I'm like, what is it called when you, I'm sorry. I'm like, not all, like my thoughts run really fast when I'm not on it. But as, with ADHD, it makes my thoughts come together and I can focus and think and speak more clearly when I'm on it because I guess it like changes. What did you say? Chemical imbalance. It changes my chemical balance. It makes my chemicals more balanced so that I can actually form my thoughts and not just speak. So, shout out to Adderall. It's not all bad.
I've never been tested for that, but I bet you fucking I have something in there. When he says those things, I be thinking like, yeah, that nigga.
Yeah.
Because I've sat there and not smoked for 8 months. This is after like smoking habitually, right?
But weed helps.
No,
That's what I heard. Because I don't smoke weed.
So after smoking for X amount of years, after getting out the military, X amount of years, just constantly to balance shit, right? Took 8 months off due to a situation, right? Took that time and I checked myself in that situation and I was like, wow, like I'm everywhere. Like I am fucking everywhere and I can't gather shit. Once I got to that point where I was able to smoke again and I smoked, I was like, wow, like it definitely narrows down the thought process. It cuts off some of the extra thoughts that are coming in that naturally come in. You know, things like that naturally happen, you know what I'm saying? But it cuts off half of it to where you don't have to think about them as much and you can kind of narrow your focus onto something, you know what I'm saying, compared to, okay, well, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about this, plus this, and that, and then trying to be like, ha, and I give you her answer, give you this answer, give you that answer, you know what I'm saying, and it's like, oh,
With ADHD,
fuck.
you get overwhelmed. Like even if there's like a mess like in your house, you walk into your house. Like on Sims, you know, Sims when your environment is not right, you get frustrated and you can't function.
Yeah.
That's how ADHD is. If you walk into your house and it's in disarray,
That's
you can't function. You don't even want to clean up. You just go
given.
straight to your room because you don't want to see it. So it's like you just are overwhelmed. And it's like sensory, like some things that you can't touch certain things. Sometimes you want people to touch you because the senses is too much because your whole brain is overwhelmed with a whole bunch of stuff. But with Adderall, it kind of takes those inhibitions away and it makes you really be able to handle those type of stressors, I guess. Yeah. If
Well,
that makes sense.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's like rolling without the roll.
He took it.
I was like,
Yeah, a street version. Let me go just narrow it down. Let me give you a street version real quick.
I'm an advocate for knowing ADHD, so that's why
Right.
I'm sorry, sir. You had a point at some point. I see why this goes longer than it should. Tell Adrian.
Well,
I'm
to
sorry.
be honest, this is world record breaking time frame of him being dressed and ready, and mic check. Just stating that, just to be.
I told y'all I
clear.
was here to regulate.
Well,
So,
yeah, that
because of
regulated
me.
quick because.
Because when I pulled up, I was like, "You not dressed?"
Boy, it was quick. I got here, right, and I know the situation when I got here. So from what I walked into to what I saw, oh, that nigga world record.
let's
Boy.
confirm,
He
was it
Usain Bolton in this bitch, my nigga, for real.
Yeah. Right.
Because I was like, and he was like,
So he challenged me to,
and was done. I was like,
he challenged
wow.
me to have my outfits ready.
No.
Oh, so your
we're not
outfit,
even
you need to
talking
have your
about
outfit.
Say that was like 3
No.
weeks ago.
Yeah,
when
we
I
ain't
walked
even
in-
talking
4 weeks
about
ago.
that. No, nigga.
I know. And then
No.
I think you subconsciously wanted to put in a good impression for me to say, "Hey, I'm not the reason why Chris always get home at 12 o'clock."
the
I mean, not
last
Chris,
thing-
Dubz get home at 12
the
o'clock.
last 2 episodes, I had them out already.
Yeah, they were out early.
Yeah, they was out. Early.
Dubz did get home at like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I already had them
It's
out.
been longer than that.
No. But he challenged me 3 episodes to go to the last 2.
Because I think maybe like
I'm proud of you.
72 or
No,
something.
He's
no,
only
73
going
was
to
like-
3 episodes. He
I'm
won't
proud of you
maintain
because
after that.
because
No.
me and the wife delegation had some conversations. So, you know,
Yeah, but yeah.
Chappelle Show.
we
Listen.
was gonna say y'all couldn't do the podcast no more.
Listen,
Real housewives.
The YNHT wife delegation.
I'm the type of nigga.
And Danielle, I need to invite
Listen,
Danielle to the wife delegation.
I got a group chat.
I take the heat on everything. You know, I don't have no problem with that. You know, they know I can handle it. So
Because it's your house.
no, yeah. Well, not only that, but you know, these my niggas. So I'm never
Mm-hmm.
gonna, say, nothing under the bus. You dig? But so
I'm gonna throw y'all under the bus.
no. It's all good. And that's for shagging up. Listen,
Y'all made me drink. It's not my fault.
listen. What I'm saying is,
podcast.
what I'm saying is, I already know the situation. I know I'm probably the least liked. You dig a ding? You understand me? So,
20 seconds.
but that don't really bother me.
14,
The way my
13, 12, 11, 10,
he like me.
9, 8, 4, 0.
That motherfucker been gone.
But yeah, so I don't never worry about that. Anything that happened, it was my fault.
We might have to take
I'm just saying for the record, anything that happened, if they take longer than they needed to, if ever you think that, it was my fault. For sure. Like, they never done nothing wrong. They the best guys in the world.
Bullshit, I'm a wrong motherfucker. I done made mistakes. I done fucked up multiple times. I done threw up on this bitch. I done fucked.
I mean, you did fall
I done
asleep.
fucked up. I ain't perfect. I'm fucked up.
Okay, no
This
more.
nigga want to shut up.
No more.
No, it was me. It was me, for sure. It was me. I either forced it, you know what I'm saying? It was
I'm
me.
sorry, guys. I
Yeah.
keep making y'all drink.
No, you good. No, it was me.
This is a flashback
Yeah.
to before we had the drink of the week.
Were you heating up before? Now she on fire? Like,
I can't even taste
no
it.
No more boba for you.
I
No
think it's
more.
the boba.
It's the boba. It's
the
absorbing
boba.
all that
Yeah.
shit.
And
No
I
more
got
boba
this
for
from-
you.
Where did I get it from?
Shit.
This juice is good. I don't know what it is about it. It's good.
We're gonna be talking later. We were like,
Yeah,
yo,
but
no more than that. Shit,
Yeah.
hard.
Listen,
No more.
I got this
Like I
from
said-
Totally Tea in Irving, Texas.
like I said,
It's a
don't ever blame them.
person of color, not black, but they're person
Don't-
of
She
color.
got the YNHT spirit.
Don't ever blame them. When y'all have y'all discussions.
Oh, they blamed.
No, I know it was probably my fault.
Well, no, you're blamed mostly.
Yeah, and that should
Yeah,
be. Yeah,
you're right.
it's how I like it. Cause like
That's fucked up.
Chaos.
No. I like it like
He
that,
enjoys
bro.
that.
Because
He likes the chaos.
bro,
He said that
yeah.
multiple times on the
Yeah,
podcast.
like, I like it like that. Like
that
can
is his
handle it.
personality.
Yeah, I'm the
I
villain.
probably shouldn't be telling the wife delegation.
No,
business.
yeah, I'm the villain. I'm fine with that. Listen, I know that I can't be beat up. You see what I'm saying? So
Who's trying to beat you up?
nobody, but they could beat
No.
y'all up.
Marriage power.
Who?
So you don't want to do the marriage power? You too cool for the marriage power?
And the delegation.
Marriage power.
They could beat y'all up.
No, 100%.
Yeah. No,
But,
so like I said,
but that's where.
no.
That's where.
Oh, so you trying to say that you gonna say it's your fault even though it's their fault because we the marriage
I'm saying
delegation.
that no. I'm not saying that because then you would take that away from something. I'm saying that it was always my fault. It was never their fault.
I don't believe it.
No, it doesn't matter. It was always my fault.
Hey, there's
Listen, I don't-
documentation of me being fucked up multiple
For
times.
the record, I would like to
I-
say that y'all
I've-
made me stay on the podcast when I wanted to leave. Just the record.
So there's been times where I have chit chatted a little bit longer. There's been times where
You're
he's
supposed
chit
to
chatted
be
a little bit
quiet and
longer.
blame it on him.
But
It's all my fault. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, one time
I
it
no,
wasn't
no,
his
no,
fault,
I
it
do
was his
apologize.
dog's fault.
right. That's all I'm saying. It's not like.
I do apologize.
But to be fair, hey, world record breaking, getting dressed and ready on time.
I do apologize.
I
in
mean,
it,
we
man.
are proud of you. For
No, I do apologize. It's definitely my fault. You know what I'm saying?
It's not my fault.
No, it was definitely my fault. You know.
It's not my fault.
Yeah,
It
rest-
ain't my fault.
rest-
thought you were like coming off, and I was like, yeah, I'm
You know,
No.
you know, we're on the same vibe, Chad. I'm Aquarius cuff. What's it called? Cuss. You Aquarius? Right?
So,
Pisces cuss.
Oh well, yeah, Pisces.
You already know what it
Are you a
is.
Pisces?
No, I'm an Aquarius
I know,
cuss.
I'm Aquarius cuss.
Yes, and I'm an Aquarius cuss Pisces.
Right.
Right.
So we're on the same vibe.
No, 100%.
Probably
I
had to
agree.
go to Russian at the same time.
Right. That's why I was like, damn it. That's why I was like, I thought she was getting up to go sit to the side, and then no. God damn it.
Chad is also my best
Oh,
friend.
fuck.
too. I've known him since I was 15.
That was too far from the mic. Nobody heard that. That's great.
Where's the light?
no, we heard it.
Yeah, it probably picked up.
No, it definitely picked
I'm
up.
not drinking any more alcohol.
She got that YNHT spirit, boy. She done got possessed like a motherfucker. Who do I text now?
You gotta embrace. You gotta embrace the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Niggas. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Please. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
All right. Shut the fuck up. Right? Damn. Listen. And I'm fine with that. Because they can't beat me up. They can't do nothing but beat me
But you know what? You know what you don't realize sometimes? Is you don't understand sometimes how much a motherfucker deals with certain things or puts out the truth. Because I'm definitely a type of individual that if I fucked up, I will definitely say what I say. Certain things, okay. But I definitely take a responsibility of certain things. You know what I'm saying?
frustrated.
So that's not always the
frustrated.
situation. There is certain situations that we have brought up when it comes to getting dressed.
I'm about to stop it.
That's quite clear.
I'm about to stop it.
We make jokes about that.
I'm about
But, no.
getting frustrated.
Say, how are you?
Who's recording?
Great. That was interesting.
You gonna fight him?
I remember the number
And
because
I'ma
it was
take
after
him
the
out.
little Ronnie
I'm
one.
gonna take
Yeah,
him out
I
for
was
steak
like-
and everything.
I told Adrian.
yeah,
And
he
then
was
you
in.
gonna
He was about over
No, no,
here.
You gonna fight? You gonna
I
you
was
gonna fight
like,
and then take him
what?
out?
Yeah, because
Like-
no, I already told this nigga on air. I love this nigga. Like, you gotta understand. I know this nigga for 10 years. Like, it's shit behind the scenes that only me and him know. That me and him done dealt with.
Like what?
Even, well, I don't want to, but even just
That's
little
after
shit.
hours.
Right.
Fucking, you got to pay for that,
Yeah.
bitch. Yeah, I don't know what
Right.
you're talking
You know
about. You
what
got
I'm
to pay
saying?
for that.
Remember that I was there in Trinity Trace. Right. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like to think, yeah, I was there in Trinity Trace.
I remember Trinity Trace.
Right. That
The
far.
couch.
Yeah, for sure. Right. My back. Right. I told that story. You know what I mean? Because, like, I know.
thing you come out with.
Right. No,
Yeah,
no.
so see, I can remember.
Yeah, no. And I know
That was
That was
like
my favorite memory.
that was like the beginning.
Right. That's what I was like.
It's my favorite memory.
I keep telling motherfuckers, I ain't got no shame in my game. You know what I'm saying? I'm
That
gonna tell
was a
this shit.
difficult time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Hey, but
don't
Pass
create,
those.
don't
We made it.
create.
right.
You This is
I remember when I got that call.
this is our little shit. You know, don't threaten me.
I mean, it's my shit too.
No.
'cause it's-
This is our, and I'm being specific.
It's mine too.
I hear you.
Oh, you
Now,
mean our as
Yes.
all of us,
me? Right.
all three,
This is our little.
all four. I mean,
No.
you know that I'm the.
He
media.
led with
No.
me.
I'm supposed to be the marketing manager of YNHT,
Listen,
definitely.
listen. I know all of that.
so it's ours.
I hear you, market manager. Listen, this is the talent speaking. This is our little shit.
I got you.
This is our
Talent.
shit. This had nothing to do with how every other nigga make a podcast. This was 3 niggas that used to smoke on the whip and say, man, the way we be dropping this shit, we gotta put it on camera.
So that's
this
how
is-
it started.
This is different than every other nigga shit.
Yeah.
We didn't do this to try to be famous.
You saw something.
I know.
Hey, let's put
Yeah,
this
we didn't.
together.
Right, we didn't do this to try to be.
You know, I
famous.
know all of this, right?
That's
Of
what
course.
Dubz did.
But I'm
He
just
was
saying
like,
that-
"Hey,
listen,
I saw
yeah.
this. Let's do this."
We didn't
So
do
you
this.
telling me don't threaten me,
Don't threaten me.
bitch?
This is-
Whoa,
This is, you know,
He said don't threaten me, bitch.
right.
whoa! Where that?
And
Where
if-
was I?
and if-
Where was I for
and
that?
If, and if you interpreted it that way, then that's the best right there. Good job.
What episode
Yeah,
are we
right.
on right now?
Right, you know what I'm saying? So, you know,
78, right?
I'm coming to
I
all the
thought-
podcasts.
this is our
So
little
be it,
shit.
Me and all of them. Can I be part of the?
This is our
All
little shit.
podcasts?
You know, no.
What?
Well,
Well, guess what? I handle financials, bitch.
I handle everything.
Right.
You'll be a
Like,
member
shit.
less.
Shit.
You'll be a member less.
He's
of the
like,
podcast if I'm not included. Right. I'm just
No,
kidding.
you're-
I'm
you're-
just playing.
I know.
don't
I
want
know.
to be a
Listen, I know. No,
Let you know, motherfucker. I'll let you know, but I ain't playing that card.
I
But
know.
I'm letting you know what I have in my hand. You want to play with me? I let you know what I got. But
listen.
I have a royal flush. Is that the good one?
I think so. That's the top of the poker hand. See, it's the
Pisces.
yeah. It's like
Hashtag Pisces. That's the name of this podcast. Pisces energy.
Roe versus Wade. That would probably be more prominent for
Roe versus
that.
Wade,
You know what I'm saying?
Pisces.
But
energy.
No, I love the energy. You know, I'm just you know me. You know,
I mean, you asked me to be a part of it.
don't threaten my guys. Don't threaten my guys.
You asked me to come.
I know, and I
And I
want.
tried to leave.
That's why I said I love you here. You know, I want you to know that. You know,
some more water.
listen. You know, they know how I get. I start talking. You
It's
know.
y'all's fault. Y'all made me drink.
No. I love you here. It's a great vibe.
she
right
popped
now.
off 2 shots.
No, but no.
Let's
It's
be
a
clear.
It's a.
I'm a lightweight. Okay.
Shit, but you came out strong.
I think I want.
You had to get a little warm up. Let me get a taste of that little
What do you
ocean
think it
water.
tastes like inside of the boba tea?
Well, for me personally, it tastes like fucking tight, like tapioca, like chewy. I like it for the fucking texture. It's a texture thing.
It is good.
No, it's
At
the
first
texture
I
thing.
didn't like it, but then I
Right,
kept
as you
drinking it.
go, right. But
I'm
as
mad that I'm
but
almost
so,
done and all my tapioca ain't drunk yet.
that's why I said you get. That's why I told you. I said I get light boba because
Oh,
those motherfuckers
okay.
be at a normal size of boba
Well, I
for
got 4 in my mouth now.
well
so
for myself, and I'm just speaking from my own
you
experience.
like the balls in your mouth?
No, it's too much. Pause. But all I'm saying is let me get
It's
light
too much
boba.
what?
It's too much of the tapioca. I can't get done with
Tapioca what?
tapioca fucking ball fucking
Where?
shapes. In my chai tea or in my fucking whatever the fuck that they got that
Where
fucking tickles
they
my
go?
pickle. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I
Tickle
like.
your pickle?
Yeah, you know what it is. You know what I'm talking about? I'll get something that tickles my pickle, but you gotta tickle my pickle the right way because it ain't just no any tickle pickle. You know what I'm talking about? So what it goes is sometimes I go with the pearls, right? Because I like to switch it up. I like the little gusher in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? The
What's
secretions.
a pearl?
You know what
Kind
I'm
of
talking
like
about?
a cocktail caviar
You
type.
can get those?
Yes. So
didn't
what
tell
I
me
get,
that.
I'll get like a banana smoothie, strawberry banana smoothie with mango pearls.
What?
Right. Fire. Fucking fire.
Okay, so what's next on the agenda?
Oh, we was talking about
Versus.
Oh no, we're
How
not
them
done.
niggas
Listen, bro. I'm not done. Listen, I'm on point. You know me, bro. My mental. That's what That's where I live at. I got it. I was just letting y'all get y'all shit off. It was a cute,
It's the ADHD thing.
and it helps with the pod. Just like shooting the shit. Because again, that's the whole reason why they started. So don't
Correct.
blame me.
Do we need to go back?
I mean, I'm talking 1800s. Don't blame me.
Don't live in those mindstates.
I'm gonna
Don't
die
look
by
there.
these niggas. Don't play with me.
You're beyond that.
Okay,
You're better
Jacob.
than that.
Yeah, one of those. I'm one of them. Real life like that. I called them on the podcast. I called my dogs from back when.
I know.
They
I've
said who?
seen it.
Yeah. They said who? Who is?
I'm like, why is this dude calling people? On the
Yeah.
phone?
Who is Rick? Who is Elo?
Don't
that's
call nobody.
yeah. That's the nigga. Yeah. Just so
It's
they
already 9 o'clock.
just so they know that just so they know that this ain't no fake shit. You know what I'm saying? That was just so they know that this ain't no fake shit. I ain't just capping or whatever that happened. It's like, oh, this already been demonstrated. Like, who is Elo? Oh yeah, that's that nigga. I'm gonna call that nigga. If I'm ever in that, I'm gonna call that nigga. But what we was on, subject wise, I'll let you guys get on ADHD. Let y'all talk about that for a sec. Because that's a serious topic, right? And it happens more often than we think. And a lot of people need to know the effects and shit like that. But what we talking about was the Verzuz. He was telling us about Dubz was telling us about Omarion and at the point where we was currently at, he was telling us about Ray J, Pleasure P, Bobby Valentino, and Sammy. He was telling us.
Did you start watching at that point, or did you like jump in later?
I started watching at that point.
Man, them niggas was wildin', bro. Like Sammy was like all over the stage, like he was kind of like how Ja Rule was in his, but like way more like on steroids type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm that nigga, blah blah blah. Like, but he on the team with Pleasure P, and he was really like the star of like that whole segment right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, like Bobby V songs was cool, but them hoes didn't age well. Like listening to them now, it's like that shit was cool back then, but
None of them age well.
like Sammy songs was kind of cool
I
still.
mean, the one with Lil Wayne aged well.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's no one. I don't count that with Bobby Valentino.
but all the Pleasure P shit. Yeah,
Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious.
all the Pleasure P shit though. You know what I'm saying? That nigga shit was like every song. It was like they should have gave that nigga like a better like combination of people to go against. Cause that nigga Ray J, I don't know if it's the engineer that be mixing this shit.
Well,
or,
Brandy said that he didn't drink his tea that he was supposed to drink.
Nigga, don't blame it on T, nigga.
And he was talking all day.
Nigga, you knew what this was. You knew you were going to a Verzuz.
She told him not to talk the whole day.
And
was
did
talking all
he?
day.
Did he listen?
That's what she said. She said he didn't listen.
Okay, so well.
Yeah.
Like Brandy,
You
got
saw
on
the
Instagram and
you saw the
talked about it.
consequence of the situation. Then,
What,
right?
what I learned is some niggas got it and some niggas don't. Cause that nigga Mario was walking around with a whole bottle just taking that hoe to the head and then going right back out there and doing the same shit over and over and over again.
Mario sound amazing.
Like,
and that's the one that you don't hear about anymore.
Right.
yeah.
Mario should be like.
Unless you came up during the time frame we did, and then you know of Mario.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't
You know the time.
He could sing that good live. He sound like the record.
Wow, really?
Like every time he came out, it was like everybody else that came up before him had like an excuse. Like Tank came out, that nigga was singing.
Jeremiah
didn't sound like
Tennessee.
Mario. Jeremiah came out horrible. Sounded almost worse than Ray J.
No, not almost. But what we not gonna do is
Jeremiah is one of my man,
No, I did. I
bro.
was looking at it. What's the texture feel like, though?
you feel it.
Pause.
No.
No, because I'm
That
all
wasn't-
about texture. I gotta feel what it
He
does.
didn't feel on me.
Chris, was that a pause?
No, because I didn't feel him. I was feeling the
Okay,
texture of the
let's
shirt.
look at this. Would the texture feel like that?
Right on the.
he
Okay.
wanted to- He wanted to
He
know.
When-
already.
Would the
yeah.
texture feel like?
It's not.
He
It's
asked
not.
me what my shirt felt like
Right.
earlier.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the
It's already
quality.
established.
He talking
But
about
he
the
was rubbing your arm.
No,
He
I.
was like this.
Right.
Nick,
Well, you got muscles.
Nick.
What?
Nick.
No,
don't know.
no more podcasts for you. Right at now. Right. That's what
I don't know, Chef Chad. Drop the link.
What link?
You have now
The link.
been interrupted.
Bedroom candy?
No, it's a joke. Like drop the OnlyFans. Like drop the link.
I be feeling.
That's his inside joke.
That's why I say some of these shit, you know. But no, Ray J was better than Jeremiah. But the thing is, the reason why I didn't want to talk about Jeremiah was because, you know, he just got over COVID.
Oh, yeah.
And he was about to die.
Oh.
So his
Oh,
lungs
so maybe
and
that's
shit.
why he wouldn't.
Yeah,
sound
his
good.
lungs and shit ain't
Damn,
right.
And then Mario just clowned him.
Right. Yeah, well, Mario was drinking Don Julio Añejo, first off.
Whole bottle. Just walking around that bitch
Right.
like.
With a whole bottle of Don Julio Añejo. You know, but so he wasn't gonna be, you know, because he was very respectful up until Omarion disrespected him. And that's what people everybody was like,
Yeah, he
Mario
started
being-
it off being respectful.
Yeah, everybody was like, Mario being mean. It was Omarion that tried to play him that made him pop out. Like, yo, nigga, because quiet as kept, Mario worth more than Omarion. Net worth.
Yeah. When they was going back and forth and they was talking about, that's
No,
why I didn't
no,
get
yeah.
I did not know
invited.
that.
When Mario was like, I didn't get invited back to the Scream tour, and
was like, I ain't wanna be-
Omarion said something, and he was like,
I ain't want to be on that
Yeah.
record and shit.
and you could tell that he was the nigga who could come out every night and
Right.
do this shit
Right.
on the regular because
Right,
He was like, I
because
would've
he
killed y'all
probably,
niggas.
right, because he probably, well, Mario is worth 14 million.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, no, most people don't know that. He's net worth 14 million. So this isn't a nigga that's like hurt to do
This shit at all for
at all.
exposure or
He-
anything.
Like I'm saying, like if he ended his career right now, even though he's had a very luxurious and longevity fan career,
Lucrative.
you know, well, I'm just gonna say longevity wise, because you know that's where the money is.
yeah, that nigga was 14 and that nigga
right
like our age.
because he's 30. Like Mario's, I think he's like 35, and he started when he was 14.
Yeah.
So we talking about he's been in the game as a actual star for 21 years. You can't talk to him like that, the way they was talking to him, where it was like, okay, you saying this, I got songs with Chris Brown right now that's charting.
He walked off the stage and was like, hey, they was trying to kick him off and shit. And he was like, hey, I got a song with Chris Brown.
Right.
That nigga did a little bit of it, and he just walked off. And it was like, it's
Right.
nothing, nigga.
And it was like you can't.
Because the whole time, Omarion, you ain't got nothing with no relevant artist now. And he just like, I don't.
I don't. Right. I do. Like,
and I'm going to walk off to it.
And
I don't have to do nothing.
And not only that, you know, he's one of the only people that was there that could actually get a call from Hitmaker.
Yeah.
Because again, he got the money. Like when you know what I'm saying? When you like net worth wise, when you go look them guys up, I think Bobby Valentino's worth like 1.3, Marion worth like 6, you know, Pleasure P worth a few, but $14 million is a lot of bread, even net worth wise. Like whatever you're saying, like you might say he might not have it all cash, but that means he for sure is a validated cash millionaire.
Right,
At
right,
14
right.
million, you might assume he got $4 million in cash.
No, but the credit behind that.
Right, and the credit, right, of course the credit behind it.
Right.
But he got at least $4 million in cash.
Right.
So we talking about a guy that's got actual money,
Right,
not
right.
like
He can talk that shit.
he can talk that shit and he can afford to talk that
Right.
shit. He can really make that shit happen. Like he can really go buy some shit. Like at them levels, he's never going broke, and he's still doing it at a high level. Like he said, he had just got off a world tour. Mario was talking about international, but he just got off a UK tour. That's what Mario was doing. You know, overseas you make way more bread, but you're like he's the international. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that was the whole thing about me. That's why I wanted to talk about it for sure, because I've been listening to Mario since braid my hair. Like
That's
I know
when I had the
niggas like
braids, nigga.
Niggas like to, clown me, this, that, and the third. Right. Oh, this, that, and the third. But Turning Point was his second album. I had that album on CD. Like, I actually had the CD with the case, with all of that. Like, I listened to this CD till it broke type of shit. Like, I knew every song. So when he performed Air Force Ones, I was going crazy because that's a song that he never released that as a charting song, but that was one of the first songs. That's why I knew I was me, because even back then, when I first heard that bitch, I was like, bro, this nigga did like, ain't nothing like the way he was singing that, a paraphrase, and he was like 15 or some shit.
Yeah, like that nigga
Like-
content was like way different.
Right.
Like when you listen to it now, like when I was listening to it, I was like, man, that nigga was like 14, but he was
14.
making songs like that nigga Joe was
Mm-hmm.
at the same time. And that nigga was nasty as hell, bro. Like
And
This
nasty.
nigga at 14 was like, I want to know your name, man. I want
Right.
to know if you got a man. I want to know.
Well, so of course, that was all what they wrote for him. You know what I'm saying? But and even then, I'm saying I was always looking at it like when he performed it. How did he perform it? Like he you know how little kids sound when they sing and shit. Like
Sounds natural.
right.
Sounds natural because of their voice and
Right.
how their
Right,
shit's
they
set
don't
up.
have that.
He definitely, I guess you could perfected
He's like
the
15.
tone and the sound. I guess you could say in that sense. But isn't that how it
Like
usually is
when
though?
you talk about that, we talk about runs.
Right. But
Like
Yeah, him and-
this is D'Angelo singing.
him and Sammy had the best runs like of the night. Like I was surprised
Damn,
Sammy
you're
was still
bringing
hitting
it.
it like that. Like
This was 04.
that's how I was like,
You see what I'm saying? Like this was 04. It's 2022, and he sound like that.
live.
okay. Not trying to throw a little wrench in the mix, but I am going to throw that bitch in there maybe. Do you think sometimes that is due to the time frame of when we heard that?
No.
No,
Because
that's
we heard
why-
Omarion's songs in
And-
the same
and
time
that's
frame.
why I just
and them
played it
hoes
for-
didn't age
Okay,
well.
Okay.
Like,
okay. I'm just
That's why
just had to throw that out
like
there.
when he pulled
Because
out
there's
the
certain
Icebox
things.
song, I was like, I know Mario fist to pull out that I Feel Your Heart song. And when he pulled that hoe out, I was just like, damn, bro, it's not the same.
And
And
I was-
Icebox was the song back
Right,
then.
Right.
And that's what I was finna say. He never got to me. Mario never got the when you again, like I'm saying, this is 04 type of shit. So he 35 now. 04, we talking about what? Almost 20 years ago. So you can subtract and do the math. Right? So we talking about 15, 16. He was singing like that already.
Right.
So when you start talking about does it age well? Like, no, this shit.
No. I asked the question because people
and
do bring
when
that
them niggas
up.
is at that young age too, their voice ain't really developed.
Right, that's what I'm trying to tell
at
you.
that point to where,
Right.
nigga, you might be raspy when you
Right.
get 18, 19,
No, right,
and
right,
your
right.
shit is totally different.
And he did it. Right there
Like I
on
said, I haven't
No, I'm
seen
saying
it.
he did
I
it.
just saw the
No, I'm saying he
highlights.
did this song
and I'm
right
just
here.
saying like,
Shit
You know what I'm
change.
saying?
He did this song on the stage.
Like I don't need no
Right,
beat.
I
I don't
hear
need
you.
no beat. Cut
Right.
that shit.
Right, acapella.
This is 15.
And still be able to match that same thing.
That nigga out there Marvin Gaye and shit.
Right,
bro.
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like that's what that would see. He getting what I'm saying. This is way older type of performance, like on his.
Like niggas was roasting that nigga
Right.
online, but like his songs wasn't that good, and I was like, no, y'all niggas is not.
Like this is 04 when he dropping this.
Right.
This is before the right before the Soulja Boy era and shit. So he came up in a time like Mario is like a time capsule if you think about it. Because if he would have came out 3 years ago, or if he would have came out 3 years before he came out, he would have been a different artist right now. It's because of the time frame, right? Because it's a lot of spitters,
Right,
like
right.
like Lupe Fiasco. Who else? Who else came out in that era that didn't get they just due because of the era they was in? I can't think of some.
Royce.
I was about to say there's
Right,
quite a few.
Yeah.
You
Even Lloyd Banks.
Saha,
Right.
Lloyd Banks.
Lloyd Banks, like all these people, they didn't never get the critical acclaim that they should have because they were still selling, but during the time frame, the tabloids was speaking on what they were speaking on. B2K was it, right? And dance groups and all of this right here. So a solo artist that can really, really sing and make really good music doesn't mean shit because we selling out arenas off of these niggas just.
Right, that's why I didn't realize how good Mario was until the Verzuz.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was so focused on B2K.
It's a theatrics.
I didn't
you know what I'm
realize.
saying?
And
It's
that's
like
they
it's
couldn't
like
even
wrestling,
sing.
bro.
And
Like,
that's not your fault because you're a victim. That's what I'm saying. You're a victim of circumstance. During the era, especially growing up, how you grew up, you wouldn't have known that because the record label is positioning all this. The record labels are the ones putting everything to the forefront.
Right.
They're the one determining what they put their money on and what they don't put their money on.
Right.
So even though he was going platinum and gold, like similar to Rick Ross, right? Rick Ross doesn't have one album that's not gold or platinum. Rick Ross is not in anybody's top 10 conversation.
and that nigga's
And
like
he
the
got
Mike Tomlin
and
of
he
rap.
got 10 studio albums. Not one of them is not gold or platinum. 10. He's not in one. When you say top 10 artists right now in the whatever era,
None of nobody's list.
nobody's list for nothing because of the circumstances in which he came out. Because when Rick Ross came out, they were still them franchise boys. Shawty Low, they know was number one on the radio. Who, dum dum dum. Hey, they know Waka Flocka, Roscoe Dash, bands that make her dance. We just now getting back to an era right now because they say everything happens in 20-year increments when it comes to people, fashion, style, music, etc., art. So we're coming back to the era where now what you rap about is as important as the music. That's right now. That's why ESTGs is popping up. That's why, Doug 42 Dubz is popping up. That's why
It's 4-2, Doug.
42 Doug, whatever.
Big Sean made a point about that shit on Drake
But,
Champs. He was like, "Hey man, niggas be disrespecting this nigga, saying this nigga name wrong." Like,
Well,
all
I'm
the
just
time.
saying, that's why all these guys is popping up because that's why you got Logics and stuff. That's why you got Kendrick Lamar being one of the
Have
top
y'all seen that
artists.
Logic
Dude, they talk about
interview
real shit.
on Rory
Because
and
they
Mal?
talk about
Like
real
right
shit.
now,
Right.
shit. Current events.
Right.
I know they don't call current events no more in school.
What they call them?
Social.
I don't have kids.
It's just social studies.
Yeah. Well, but that's what you're dealing with. That's why you got a Benny the Butcher that can come out with an independent label like Griselda. That's why you got somebody like Young Dolph that can come out with everything that he's come out with and make it to where he's made it to star wise because I remember.
All right.
I be
Just
listening,
wanted to
bro.
Make sure you.
I be listening, bro. I really do. you know, you be coming out with these hoes, so I try to like make sure I remember. But yeah, that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a situation that, you know. I'm just making it how I did last time.
Dude.
Bottle top
First
right
one.
Oh, I might have to get a fumble
Party
graphic.
foul.
That's not a party foul. The bottle top is
No,
on.
it's not a party foul, but it's a fumble.
Fumble.
But yeah, that's what we're dealing with.
I got some new graphics coming.
So
Hold on, some water.
right there, baby, right there, right there.
Oh, thanks.
Never mind.
It's like magic.
Nigga said,
Voila.
he
Magic.
said you don't.
Ah,
Nigga said you don't help out nothing here, but I got everything she needs.
Don't give her any water.
I got everything she needs, brother. You mind your business.
The convenience. You
You
know
know,
what I'm
but yeah, no. So that was my whole thing with the verses when it came to them. I'm not gonna lie, like I knew Omarion was that bad because I honestly thought he would be a little better. And you know what was
I
so
did
funny
too.
about the verses was how everybody had an excuse for why their vocals didn't sound right.
But wait,
Ray
Omarion
J-
sounded good on the B2K
Except,
record.
bro, Mario was taking
was
his shit
crazy.
off though.
Wasn't it like anything that wasn't a B2K record? He
He sounded terrible,
but on
but
B2K,
the B2K he sounded right.
I think somebody
And
said
when
he
he
was
was
on
doing
higher
them-
vibrations. Like when he made the other records, he was trying to change his life. So maybe he just wasn't
No.
as well versed in those songs.
No,
or
bro.
something.
No.
Listen, I don't usually
This nigga Mario.
Dubz. I don't entertain shit like that. But when he was singing back up for Mario,
But he sound different.
no, when he was that's what I'm saying. When he was singing back up for Mario, those couple of times he did, and when he sung B2K records, he sounded completely.
So when he
different.
does his voice like this,
Yep.
like the B2K,
It sound like,
but
but that also
it
speaks
depends.
to.
It depends.
that also
depends
speaks
on how
to-
he sings the song.
No, that also speaks to songwriters and things like that. Because later on, as a solo artist, they probably was making songs due to the era, and in the era, which is the T-Pain era that you're talking about, you didn't need to have songs that was actually written to a vocal range because
So he probably had the auto tune on the newer
But he should have had that
songs.
shit on the mic or something.
Right.
no, but I'm just saying, prior to that, R. Kelly wrote a lot of it.
He
And-
wrote what?
all B2K shit.
He said he wrote the B2K song.
He
That's what Omarion said. He wrote all of it.
Hell no.
I mean, this ain't new news. Go Google it. You know.
R. Kelly wrote the B2K song?
Yeah.
R. Kelly
man.
R. Kelly wrote
I gotta
everything.
boycott B2K now.
Listen,
Oh, when them
No.
niggas made that joke about them niggas being on tour with
you
that,
can't.
that
You
shit was
can't-
funny as hell.
You can't do that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because most of every hit that you like from the 1990s and the 2000s was wrote by the same dude. If you think I'm bullshitting,
Yeah.
He wrote Bump, Bump, Bump.
He
And
wrote-
it makes sense.
Yep.
Baby, turn around and let me see that sexy body go bump, bump, bump. He was talking to little kids.
well, no, you ain't hearing what I'm saying, Nick.
No,
'Cause
we-
no.
R. Kelly wrote that song for little kids.
You're a little saucy. Focus on.
They was little kids.
They was little
No, I
kids.
know.
I was
but-
little kid.
No, but look at me in the eyeballs. I'm telling you right now. Most of the songs you like from the 90s and the 2000s.
Can't do this.
Listen, it's not just those. Most of the songs that you like from the 90s and the 2000s was wrote by R. Kelly, including Britney Spears,
Are produced
including
by
right,
R. Kelly.
including.
Gots to Be was not made by R. Kelly.
I'm telling you, most of the songs that you like. I ain't say all of them. I said most. Most of the songs that you like.
But it was also not written by Omari.
None of them. Probably.
Nigga lied.
Well, you know they got to when the pressure on. You got to realize that
And he was under a lot of pressure.
right.
The weight was on that nigga chest, bro.
You gotta
He
realize
could
that.
not push that motherfucker back up. Like,
This is what I mean right here.
Okay, I believe that because
Right,
Michael
but I'm just
Jackson
saying.
was-
Right, but these are some of the biggest songs. That's what I'm saying. Like your biggest songs that you like. Britney
I don't know
Spears,
that song.
Outrageous, R. Kelly.
I don't like white
When
people
you
songs.
when you talk about the biggest songs that you like and stuff like
I
that,
don't even know what outrageous is. How'd that go?
the biggest songs and the biggest artists that you like,
Why
all
you
of them.
circled it? How did that? When did that happen?
That's probably the picture.
That's the picture. I'm just going through and showing you, you know. Yep. Yep. I don't even want to name the
All the
song.
songs.
Right. I don't even want to name
Every
all the
song.
songs because I don't want y'all to feel away, you know.
Oh, yeah, he was the man.
When I say all of the songs, when I say everything,
Timestamp.
Yeah, R. Kelly was that dude back then, bro.
I mean, he was. But just like we don't watch Harvey Weinstein movies, we can't watch Fortunate.
Yeah, but that's
no,
what I'm
we can't
saying.
listen to Fortunate by
so then that means you not
Maxwell.
gonna watch none with
They
TLC.
can't listen to B2K.
Because if you're not gonna support B2K, you can't support TLC, Mariah Carey, Michael Jackson, Britney Spears. I'm talking about the
Those
biggest.
are all my favorites.
Right, my point. The biggest. So
Violation.
y'all gonna have to.
But he ain't wrote any
Took a
songs
shot.
recently, has he?
If you took a shot,
Man, hell.
that don't count. You know how we do it. We not counting her, bro. You know how we do it.
I ain't playing that.
No,
He
you
took
gotta.
a shot.
You gotta. Like I said, and you know this, bro. We already know. He know he gotta. Bro, he can't
So-
sneak off and do that shit, bro.
You
he
took
gotta.
a shot?
He gotta at least say, "Pass me the bottle" or something. You know that, bro. We already talked about this.
Y'all got rules?
You remember when I said timestamp?
When did you take a shot?
Did you remember when I
See
heard
my
you-
point?
I don't know if you remember.
He snuck and did it, and then counted the
If you
24.
take the time when I say
I heard him say
timestamp,
that.
if you hear me
I
say
didn't even hear that.
timestamp,
Oh, I
saw-
did hear you say
And
that.
I saw him
and-
move the bottle, but I didn't.
if
react.
you when you hear it on the thing where it says
But I-
timestamp, if you go back just a little bit, you'll see me take the bottle. I grabbed the bottle
I didn't know if that was a shot for us or.
and I came over and I looked like
When I
this.
grabbed the bottle,
I looked at the camera.
It's all
I
good.
looked at the camera,
You on-
and then I did
We
this,
violated.
No, yeah, you on.
and then I went like
No,
this.
no, I ain't know you was on sucker nigga time. We gonna get right
Oh
though.
no, we playing all the way.
I'm
Yeah.
not taking a shot, so y'all got
No,
it.
no,
Yeah.
you good.
I'm not asking
No,
you
because he
to.
on sucker
But
nigga
guess
time.
what?
You got diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, he on sucker nigga time right now.
Hey,
Like
gonna
I'm about
take
to
it.
be taking
I'm
over
gonna take
tonight.
it.
He on sucker nigga time.
You go back and you'll see it. I tell you, you'll be like, "Damn, this nigga was smooth with it." I'm like, "Yeah."
I heard you say timestamp, but I didn't know what you. I thought you was talking
I
about
looked
R.
at
Kelly.
it. I looked. I grabbed the bottle. I looked, and then I went like this. And then I put it down, looked at the camera, and then I went like this. And I opened it
I
up.
swear I thought
I
you was
poured the
talking about R.
shot. I
Kelly.
looked at the camera. I put it back. I looked at here, and I took the shot. It's okay though. It's okay.
It's all good. We already did it. You
I,
good.
hey, to be honest with you, I'm just trying to give you the full experience of what you see.
But yeah, no, like I
You
say,
know what I'm saying? You
when it
gotta
come
get the
to
full
when it
experience.
come to all of that, you know,
No.
that's the thing y'all don't realize. You know, that's something for y'all to, you know, go again. Don't take Rick's word for it. Go back and look it up and see. Yeah, Robert. Yeah.
Pretty
So when y'all
sad.
be saying that, you ain't really got no option but to listen to him.
Yeah, I already know.
So you might as well just listen to his projects as well
I
because
will not.
I know, and I know you're gonna say that, but I'm saying you already
You
listened
probably
to
don't
his
have no
projects.
choice.
I'm not listening to him.
His direct
specifically.
voice, just because you don't listen to his direct voice, if you stream it, like, because you don't want to support R. Kelly, if you streaming songs that he wrote,
But I'm supporting other artists that still
yeah,
need
but
money.
if you streaming songs
it's not
that
his fault. It's
yeah,
not
but
their
if
fault.
I know, but if you streaming songs that he wrote, he still gets support.
But it's not their fault that I don't want to stop supporting. Just like you don't support a black artist, a black person like Michael Jordan, because he's backed by white people.
That's not true.
Sometimes.
No,
Nike. What?
No, Michael
Jordans
Jordan.
are not are Nikes, right?
No, they're
But they a
Jordans.
different type of Nike.
But they're Nikes.
No, they're
no,
Jordans.
it's a different type of Nike.
So
It's
they're
the
not
Jordan.
Jordans.
No,
they're
no,
not Jordan,
Jordan-
Nike.
The
They,
deal,
it was at the beginning, but now
right? The
it's
deal
Jordan,
is 85.
Jordan.
The deal is 85-15.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
so I'm not gonna stop supporting Steph Curry because he's on a sports team that's owned by white people.
No, of course you're not.
So then he gonna lose money because
But
because he's on the sports
Right,
team.
but
with
that's what
white
I'm
people.
saying. So if
So then I'm not gonna stop
Right,
supporting.
but you support.
No.
No.
Let me get my shit off.
Go
okay?
ahead, because I'm finna put it all in your catches meat. I don't know if you want to.
So I'm gonna keep supporting
Nick, don't play the
B2K. Bump.
Don't play the game.
Because
That song did not
B2K?
age
No,
well.
no.
It did not age
Nick,
well.
This why you
When
don't
he
need
pulled
to,
that hoe out, I was like,
Nick,
man.
this
bro.
why you don't need to play the
Mario
game.
could pull out whatever he wants.
I'm gonna show
you're
you.
not gonna tell me just because I'm just
No.
not gonna support R. Kelly.
No. I don't.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you why you don't need.
R. Kelly
I'm
writer,
show you
R.
why you
Kelly
wanna-
singer.
This is why you don't need to
But
play
I'm
the
gonna
game.
support R. Kelly writer, not R. Kelly singer.
Right. So the other artists get they do.
Because
right?
so they get their money.
Right. So
Period.
So you think
Period.
right? So
Like
all
the young
those
people
all
say.
those producers and the additional writers that helped him out on his shit, right? The Neos and so forth and so on. You saying
Fuck
you
them.
don't want it, right? Okay. So then that's all I'm just checking.
Period.
Okay. Now let's get back into it.
Okay, you're right. Maybe I should support those.
Okay.
other people
All right.
too.
I thought so.
Do they
Yeah.
get money too
Yeah, they get their money.
from their
Right.
from his
Right.
past?
Neo ain't going broke no time soon.
No, Neo. No. I was literally just. No, I was literally just talking.
Nor
to
is
you.
Michael Jackson.
No. I don't think y'all understand.
Neo go
I
hard.
was literally
That
looking
nigga's
at.
one of them niggas,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
You know,
no
he is
lie.
not-
I get what you're
Like,
saying. You saying the
Neo
people in the
is
background.
not. Neo is not one of them niggas.
I get you saying the people in the background that
Neo
made his music
is
to help
the
him with his
nigga.
music.
Oh, okay.
Neo
I was
is
about to
not
say,
one of them
don't
niggas.
You,
Look,
no, don't.
Did y'all know
I looked.
who you think wrote Mario's "You Should Let Me Love You"?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Neo song.
I
It
had
does.
no idea for the
I know.
longest.
When niggas was
For the
performing and
longest,
they
I
was
ain't gonna
talking
lie.
that night, and Pleasure P was like, shout out to my nigga Tank, he put in on this song. And when he got to a certain point, I was like, that's some Tank shit right there.
No.
That's
no,
probably-
No, but my point.
You get, like,
Wow.
niggas got certain styles.
Wow. Wow. Focus. You can't do this,
What?
bro.
Did I
you ain't
miss
seen
it? Did I miss it? Did I miss it?
Fam.
He got on them hoochie daddy shorts.
Fam.
They not that bad, bro. She
Fam.
bought them, so.
Hey,
Fam,
hey, do me
she
a
went-
favor. Do me a favor. Can you rise for us?
Hell
please?
no.
Bro, she
I mean,
went-
they not really.
Rise. I don't want.
now you require it. You gotta ride.
Yeah.
Because you said no.
I mean, I did say no, but I mean,
No,
He
no, no,
pulled
no.
him down.
that's, I mean, bro, like,
Hey, you got the belt on, okay?
And then the print right there.
No, nobody trying to see that.
I
I'm
literally-
looking at the knee.
Objectified.
That's exactly what I looked
Damn,
at.
baby, you got them shirts above the knee.
No, he
they slightly above the knee.
No,
He ain't made it to Rick
He
Cole
good.
level yet.
I'm not on-
he
They
good.
above the knee
They
though.
not that
Yeah,
bad.
but
good.
he ain't made it to Rick Cole
But they
level
still
yet.
hoochie daddy
No.
shorts, right?
No,
Technically,
no.
they above
No,
the knee. They
they're
above
not.
the knee. They're
Nick,
hoochie daddy
Nick.
shorts.
That's not.
Look
what
at him
that
sitting
means.
down. His shirt is up here.
Nick,
Hoochie daddy.
right.
When
Daddy
he
D.
when he sit
Like
down, his
this.
shorts are like that. That's what it looks
Nick.
like.
Bro,
That's not what his
Nick.
shorts are at.
Yes,
Nick.
it is right here. Look,
They come
No.
up when he sit down. But Nick, no, listen, Nick, I make the rules.
you don't make the rules for hoochie daddy shorts.
I do.
My brother-in-law made the rules, and
Cap.
he said if they
Cap.
come above the knees,
Cap, your brother wasn't doing it when I was doing it.
it don't matter.
Cap,
That nigga
you been
lying.
on vacation with me when I had him on.
Yeah.
No, this is way before.
Galveston.
This is way before the talk.
But the
Yeah.
print is still
No,
there.
no, I don't want to hear your shit.
18.
I don't want to hear your
18,
shit. 18, 17.
18,
The
17.
print is
No,
still
no, I
there.
don't want to hear your shit.
Whoa.
Print
Whoa.
is
See,
still there.
This is that's the part that I was kind of like.
Y'all don't see this shit right here.
You know, like that part. You ain't got no rebuttal.
Check
You
out
have no
Bedroom
rebuttal.
Candy
I-
by
I-
Tony
you see how they
Marie.
speak on it.
No, I agree. I'm
I'm
agreeing
telling
with you.
her-
I'm trying to show
I'm telling her,
you
I
that
don't
I'm
wanna-
with you on this point.
I
because
don't want to hear your
I
shit.
don't have nothing to say.
I don't want to
have
hear.
to focus
Listen,
this way.
I don't want to.
But the print is there.
I don't want to hear that. I want to talk to
Listen.
this nigga right now.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Y'all
Hey,
invited me.
Bring it here.
They
Bring it
invited
here.
me to
Bring
the
it
Pull
here.
Up podcast. I
Because
tried to leave
I can't.
and eat my food in
I
peace.
don't
We're
need
gonna just leave them.
And
on
they
there.
made
Hoochie
me
Daddy,
stay.
and that's all I heard after
Yep,
that.
yep. We're gonna just leave
Hoochie
them on
Daddy
That's
shorts.
all I heard.
there. Listen,
We're gonna
And-
leave
and
everything else
You
alone.
Like I
invited
said-
me to the podcast.
like I said,
That's like I said.
I'm
That's the
saying
only
what I
part
wanna
that I was
say.
kind of
Like I
like.
said,
I can't knock it, but it's like I don't want to.
And it's agreed. It's unanimous. I make the rules on Hoochie Daddy shorts.
No,
No, because I was doing Hoochie Daddy
but
shorts.
I'm a woman, so I make the
Absolutely not.
rules
No,
on
no,
what
no,
I
no.
think is Hoochie Daddy
No,
shorts,
well-
and these are Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Well, first off, and let me jump in my
If
misogynistic bag.
his shorts is all the way up here. His shorts is as short as mine when he sits down.
let me jump in.
Look.
Let me jump
Look.
in.
Hoochie daddy for her is above the ankle.
No, y'all listen. Y'all keep getting knocked off y'all pivot because a woman here. Listen, don't forget.
I'm a guest speaker.
I know. Speak when spoken to.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
So you trying to regulate my body?
Absolutely.
Roe versus Wade.
I had to jump in my misogynistic bag.
You regulating my body. That's
No,
my
no,
voice.
no, because I gotta give
my
them.
voice is my body.
I gotta give them all flavors.
Don't
Otherwise, they're gonna act like I'm.
Don't regulate my
Neapolitan.
body,
Nick, if
sir.
I don't, they're gonna
Mr.
say I'm
Man.
acting different.
Well, you're gonna be acting different because I'm family. So you tell them hoes
Like
and
they,
them niggas
No, Nick, they can't.
that when I talk, y'all listen.
Nick, they can't
No.
figure out. No, Nick.
No,
They
no.
cannot figure out.
When I talk,
Nick.
when
look me
I
in my-
talk,
Look me in my
stop.
eyeballs.
Stop.
No,
Stop.
absolutely not.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
When I talk, y'all
Nick,
listen.
They cannot figure out.
She can't even hold it together. She
They
can't
cannot
hold it
figure out.
together.
we go back. Like
Nick.
what's it called? Like
4 flats on the Cadillac.
yeah,
Nick.
like that.
Nick.
So
Chris, cover your mic.
no.
They can't figure out.
This is.
So you don't.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, Mr. Rick Code. I will listen to you, sir.
They can't. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, yes, master.
Yeah, thank you.
As usual with the yes muscle.
Listen, yeah. It's all part of it, yeah. So like I said, I make the rules. And, I decide what's Hoochie Daddy shorts. Those ain't Hoochie Daddy shorts. He's knocking on the door. He got a couple more episodes.
He's definitely at the peephole.
Yeah.
He's definitely at the peephole.
Yeah, but he got a couple more episodes, and I'm going to get him to what you want. Hoochie Daddy level. I promise.
No, I don't. I told him he's not allowed to wear those.
Oh, no.
The shorter
I
ones.
already let them know.
Right. Previous
heard.
podcast.
I'm pretty
Definitely
transparent.
did.
No,
You know
no,
what I'm
I
saying?
heard.
Yeah.
I heard. That's why.
I did say I did.
No. That's why I'm going to buy him.
No.
No, that's why I'm going to buy him.
One day.
Yeah, we're going to do it like the kids when they used to
So you
say,
want me to come back
one
to the
day.
podcast?
for sure.
One day.
Because
You're a great guest. Like, you've been one of my funniest guests ever. I'm not going to, listen, I'm not a hoe ass nigga. I don't lie. You've been one of my funniest guests ever. But I'm going to buy him.
I know
And that-
I'm always.
Yep, no.
I'm part of.
Well,
YNHT,
you're right. You know,
so-
I like, right. But, Nick, quit telling these people our business.
Oh my bad.
We,
Y'all got me drunk. That's what I do.
No,
I talk,
shit.
right?
I know. That's
When
why I
I do-
said.
when I
listen.
get drunk,
That's
I
why I said, look, man, my eyes can follow each other lead, right?
Oh.
Yes.
Yes. I got you.
Don't tell you people business.
Can we take a
Right,
break?
but you one of my funniest guests ever. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, bro, this whole Marion shit, man. This shit is
From I've never seen it, but from what y'all have spoke on, it makes me definitely want to go check it out after the podcast.
You got to.
I definitely. Like I said, I only saw highlights, and from the highlights that I saw, didn't look too promising. It favored to Mario, but there's more highlights of the negative, like of what didn't turn out too well.
Well, there
you know
was
what I'm
more
saying?
negative than positive.
Yeah.
From what you're from what you're telling me, yeah, that's crazy.
oh no, that shit was no, that shit it was. I wouldn't even say it was negative. I felt like it was a Mario concert that had some jokes in it, sponsored by Omarion. Like that would be
Yeah,
the.
because Mario basically said that this was. He said that. He said this feels like I'm at a concert.
Because it was no.
And he was like, man, I told you I'm me, like,
Yeah, it
all
was-
night. He was like, I
it
told
was-
you,
it was
I'm me.
no,
like,
It's me.
It would be like, okay, I know you don't follow basketball a lot, Chef Chad, but it would be like Kobe versus like Luke Walton.
Luke Walton is who?
What's the nigga name? Bill Walton's son.
Okay,
Like,
I know.
I'm sure he's the nigga that could play ball on some level, but when we got to talking about
Shout out to Walton.
Kobe,
Right.
we're not even in the
Same.
like. It wasn't even in the same.
Right.
It wasn't because like I kept telling niggas like everybody like, oh, but Mario got the hits. I'm like, bro, Mario got hits. Y'all just never gave him credit for having these hits. Like when he played the Gucci Mane and him, the loving you, winner.
yeah.
It
I was like,
bro,
damn, I forgot about
yeah,
that.
that's
huh?
what I'm saying. That's a hit, a literal hit. You just never had to deal with it. because you had so much other shit going on.
That was definitely one of the ones I was like, damn, I forgot he had that hoe in the bag, bro.
Nah, for real. That shit was crazy, you know. Extra shouts out to them. Big shouts out to, you know, everybody that performed in the Verzuz. You know, I think it was a very productive space, you know, because, you know, a lot of them niggas, they ain't been talked about. So even if you say, oh, they going viral because they couldn't do this, they're in a good space. Like, I guarantee you they got more streams off of that. Yep. Mario got more streams off of it. Or Mario got more streams off of it. So it's like one of them type of
Yeah, because some people is going to end up liking either one of they shit regardless.
Right.
But, like, if you really just, like, take a look into it, that nigga Mario was
crushing this shit. Like he crushed, like you say, Tank, you know, and Tank is a good singer, like live, otherwise, but he's not a vocalist like Mario.
Yeah, not
Mario,
really.
No, focus, Chef Chad. You gotta stay focused.
I'm not even a part, and I'm
Chef
not
Chad,
even
I already
focused.
listen. Chef Chad,
I'm not even a part of
Chef
the
Chad,
situation.
I already peeped. Lord, for the
No, but I've been trying.
Jesus
I've been
Christ,
trying.
for the love of your baby son, please.
I've been trying.
I know. Just focus. We talking. I looked this nigga dead in the eyes.
I know that's where you're strong. I looked and I was like,
Chef Chad, I just wanna finish out strong.
Okay. No, I don't want to finish strong. I don't want to finish strong at all.
Did you see what I was doing there?
Not right now.
I just want to finish strong.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay, I'm focused.
So,
Oh, my
like I said,
goodness.
you hear me wrapping it up. Shout out to them niggas. Shout out to
Yes, that's.
Okay, yeah. I just want to.
I'm
I'm here with you, Chef Chad.
yes,
I'm always with you. I'm like Mufasa.
I think I'm gonna
I'm
stick
here
with the
too.
first. I think I'm gonna.
I'm like Mufasa. I'm always watching. You know. Listen.
Boss is dead.
Yeah. Remember when he told Simba, "I can't do it without you."
He ain't say that.
He said, "I'm always." Yep. And he told him because he's in the clouds. Yep. I'm one of those. I know what I'm talking about. Again, shout out to them boys.
Help.
Shout out to black music. Shout out to black progression. Shout out to
It's wild.
all parts of, you know, the Verzuz still going strong. What they 2 years in now, and they still giving us.
That pandemic gave them some.
Feel longer.
Yeah, they still giving us good performances because, like I said, with the Mario shit, no, it wasn't a strong Verzuz from a Verzuz to Verzuz standpoint, but it was a strong Verzuz because they had one of they, I can't say they best vocalists, but he's literally live performing on that mic. He's got to be one of their top.
And everybody was like, I couldn't hear, I couldn't do this.
Right. Everybody had a
Omarion.
Excuses.
Everybody
The
had
Verzuz
Mario
has
was taking his
always
shit out and was still doing the same shit. Like,
The Verzuz
you can't hear
always
yourself, I
had-
can't hear myself either.
no,
The Verzuz has always had microphone issues.
but
So
no,
why?
right? But
Why,
I'm saying
though?
microphone issues aside, I'm saying if everybody had microphone issues, that means that it was equal.
Yeah.
I mean, equally everyone had them. So including Mario.
So why does
everybody
he
had
sound
'em.
like that and everybody
Right.
sounds like shit?
That's my
so that
point.
means
But I'm
the
trying to
talent
figure
is
out
here.
why they always have microphone issues.
I can't speak on why they always have microphone issues. I'm not an audio engineer for them, so I won't speak on that. But what I will say is, even if that's your excuse, Mario still
Outsung.
sounded great.
No, he's my new favorite.
Well, check
and I
that
didn't
out
even realize
afterwards.
That was
how
one
good
of the
he
better
was.
versus performances
Like
that
right.
you could see.
When
right
you
there.
right, that's what I'm saying. When you could see it, an actual person that you can actually see versus wise, you like they have artists, they've had R&B people and everything, but vocally, it sounded like that nigga was in the studio.
Yeah. Ray J was like, hey, man, I've been drinking. This
My
nigga walking
kids-
around with a bottle.
My kids,
I can't
my
hear
kids,
myself. This
yep.
nigga taking his earpiece
Right.
out.
My kids, he said my kids was with me. He had Añejo, Don Julio in his hand for most of the battle. He was taking shots. Right. Top notch. No audio in. He was singing live. That's why he kept telling them to turn the stage speakers up because he took his earphones out because he couldn't. It was fucking up, so he he was hearing a Marion, he said, and so he took him out. And he was still, and I hear your heart crying out for me. Like, nigga, I'm talking about studio quality. Where it's like, cause like you would, and you know the mic was fucked up because you heard everyone else. And you could hear him when the mic was fucking up. So it wasn't like we didn't know. So like he sound like this, and he wasn't even on the best mic he could have been on. Like this mic was shitty.
Because when Marion came out, he had the headset on.
Mm-hmm. He had to change it because the audio was so trash.
Mario sound like a studio album the whole time.
That's what I'm
studio
saying.
album.
On a shitty mic. So imagine how he sound when you go give him some of that
high quality shit.
When you go give him a Sterling.
You might not even have to tweak and peak anything. It's just like,
right. That's what I'm saying.
And then that's about it for the whole fucking thing.
Job is
like,
yeah, exactly.
The engineer's job is mainly putting effects on the beat and shit.
Right.
Chops and shit.
For him, it's just
you put Mario.
Let it ride.
I can tell you like this: you put Mario on a U87, it's over. You know.
You gotta educate me on the U87.
That's the Newman U87. It's the standard for high level recording artists vocals. This is a $16,000 mic.
Wow.
So this is
that's crazy.
Wow.
You know, but let's take a shot to that, man.
Most definitely.
Let's take a shot.
Most definitely.
That nigga was definitely.
Well, I definitely y'all fucking put me on some more shit like usual, and I definitely check that out after probably tomorrow.
Bro, he was already high on my list, bro. Because again, bro, I've been knowing this music shit since forever. I literally sat there and listened to this.
Nigga.
What?
I had the first album.
I was in.
Where my shot
I
glass
had the
go?
second one too.
I was in high school when.
Don't play me.
No,
Why you
I
have to way over there?
I didn't touch
Why
it.
you do that?
I didn't touch
Why
it.
you do that?
Don't even-
You did that. You try to get me out there. Huh?
I ain't touch you. That's
I said I ain't touch this shit.
What?
you ain't touch your shit.
See,
I mean, if you want to make that a pause, I say pause. But no, yeah, bro. I was in when I heard, like I said, when I heard Turning Point, when I heard Air Force Ones, I knew it immediately. Cause you know, Air Force Ones, that's not one of his top songs. That's not one of his favorite 10 songs by, you know, mainstream media. That's one of the songs where I just heard a nigga sing and I knew for a fact that it was over. Like, yeah, this nigga was that nigga. Like, I knew it from then on. Like, yeah, it's nothing to it. This nigga's, he's one of them niggas. So when I seen his verses, I was extra hyped because I was like, finally, they gonna get to hear that nigga. And I already knew what he was gonna do. I knew he was gonna do that singing shit. Yeah. I thought Omarion was gonna sound better, maybe, but I knew for a fact he was not gonna fuck with Mario because everything Mario has done has been no edits. Like as an engineer nigga, I can hear how much you're doing to the vocals. I can hear how much auto-tune is on your shit. I can hear all of that. That was never a thing. Mario literally came in that bitch, like you say, easiest job in the world. That nigga sung the song, and then you fucking turned that bitch off. You doing one or what? Okay, you ain't gotta do one.
Yeah. That nigga was definitely surgical in that bitch. Like.
And what makes it so player, like you say, because every time Omarion thought he had one of them hit songs that was gonna outdo the nigga, you could tell he had forgot who Mario was as well. Because it was like, I just did say, oh, you ain't got no more songs, it's over. And then it was like, crying out for me, number one, nigga. Like, what you talking about?
That was kind of like the Dipset one, where they was like, y'all ain't got no songs for the females.
Right.
And then them niggas did nothing.
Nothing.
But songs for the females.
Songs for females. Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey. Shit that got Grammy. Some shit you never got. You never got a Grammy. I did. You told me I ain't have no songs for the ladies. I went into an all ladies song list. Like, who you playing with? You niggas lost, bro. You can't come back. Nothing you can say gonna save you, cause there's nothing that you got that we don't got. Yeah. You played a hit. You finally played a hit later on, and it was in the end. And then Styles P played, I get high, high, high. Nigga, you didn't have them type of hits. You never had a Styles P, I get high. You never had a I'm from New York. You never had that. Timeless.
Yeah.
Been doing features for 30 years.
30 years.
All of them.
You never, and he didn't even play all this shit. Forgot about that BMF, Styles P. I think Big Meech. That wasn't a remix. That was the original. Styles P was the feature on there. Red Dead Redemption. Man, cheers to Mario, man. Cheers to, you know, us overcoming this bullshit these Supreme Court people doing. You know, big shout outs to, you know, all our supporters and constituents. You know, we're going to keep on rolling. We're going to keep on giving y'all the truth. We're going to keep on giving y'all that flavor. You know what I mean? It's the Poor Podcast, man.
Episode 78.
Episode 70
saying?
fucking 8, man.
Oh shit! It's the end.
Yes.
So I asked you if you want to.
Oh, somebody better get a violation.
Y'all didn't tell me it was the end.
Episode 78. I am
Violation.
the Rick Code, the Undaughter. Follow me on all platforms. RICKCODE.
It's your boy Dubz 817.
That's your girls. Side dude. That's the Chad.
Follow him on all platforms. And the mic
Every
drop.
time
He hit the mic
Go
drop.
ahead,
I
bro.
know it.
It's the Antoinette
Make sure they know how to get
Masters in Adult Education.
Ooh,
You can follow me
degrees.
at We Empower Her LLC, or if you're trying to get some sex toys, you can follow me at BK.
You better
Tony
follow
Marie.
her everywhere.
Both on Facebook. BK Tony Marie is also on Instagram. Follow me.
And if you don't, you're fucking lame.
You're fucking lame.
You're fucking lame.
So what I need y'all to do,
And go buy some fucking sex toys to fucking be not lame.
I need y'all to like,
Just in case.
subscribe,
Just in case.
share, hit the notification bell, and as always, make sure you
Po up.
po.
It's the motherfucking pull-up card.
Bitch.